All right, welcome back to another episode of Small Guys Podcast. Today we are doing our first in-person all-together episode, top 10 movies of 2022. So go check out YouTube for this episode in particular, and all of them obviously, but this one you definitely want to watch in person.
This is actually my first time meeting these guys. You know, I flew in from out of state just so I could be here.
Yeah.
I'm glad we were able to bring you in.
It's better than flying out of state. I kind of just walk down the street.
Now we know for sure, like Aiden's bigger than Mike, and
Yep. I didn't know Josh was this cute either.
Yeah,
honestly.
I know.
So
6'7".
it makes me a little nervous just sitting next to him. So
I was gonna say one other thing. If you're listening and are not watching this on YouTube, if the audio sounds a little bit different than usual, it's because we're just using one microphone instead of our typical 5 and how we're all set up at home.
we did a few budget cuts recently, so
it's my microphone too. Just
we only have one
table.
Yeah, we had to rent out this
Sign.
That cool new sign that we had.
Yeah, that was most of the budget.
Brian Santa hat.
Yeah, the Santa hat came out of it actually was from all the other hat sales. So
tax right
up, guys.
Tax right now.
Yeah, a lot of tax right
eventually.
But yeah, to kind of explain how we're doing our list, we'll kind of go in order from that side of the couch to this side, starting with Andrew. But yeah, we'll name our top 10s all the way up to 1. And then the first time a movie's brought up, we'll kind of break it down and kind of give our thoughts on the movie and where he picked it at. And then if it's brought up again later on, we'll just mention it really quick and move on because we already talked about that movie. So, and then too, I think at the end we're doing the worst movie of the year, just one pick.
Yep. Yeah. So we'll go in.
Michael probably pick a Netflix movie.
Yeah. Fuck Netflix.
He's gonna pick a scary movie because he's too scared to.
Probably gonna pick a Marvel movie if we're being honest.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
And just a disclaimer too, this is just movies that we've watched this year and reviewed. So if we haven't seen something, it's not going to be in our top 10. So please don't roast us if something that you watch is not in our top 10.
Like out the gate, I'm gonna say me and Aiden still haven't seen Avatar. Avatar is not going to be in our list. I'm not going to even say like if I watched it, it'd be in my top 10 because I am a hater like that.
I was in his shame. I was in the same boat
Yeah, I
too.
definitely could be in my top 10 because if I haven't seen it by now, it's probably not good.
It came out a week and a half
movie.
ago.
I disagree.
Well,
Missing out.
yeah, so that's the thing. Like Northman is a movie that we've heard about a lot. We just didn't get the time to see it, especially with it being at the beginning of the year, and we didn't start the podcast till June. So we tried to go back and watch, like we did Everything Everywhere All at Once. We went back and did that, and so we were trying to. Obviously, going forward, we'll be able to cover more now that the podcast is going. But yeah, so there's movies like that. I think there's X too, which is the Jenny Ortega movie, which was an A24.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah,
Jenny Ortega?
Yeah, Jenny Ortega's in it.
It was her, I don't think.
She's in it. I watched the trailer actually because I almost watched the movie just so I could put it in my top 10 because I was like, this.
What's the
love you,
movie
Mr.
that came
Taylor.
out too? That's a thing of X. It's not X, but it's like it's Pearl.
Oh,
Oh, Pearl, yeah.
It's like that's a sequel to another movie.
Yeah.
It's like a horror slash. I don't know. what
And
it
then
is
too
considered,
did the
that's another movie I wanted to see this year that I ended up watching.
what was that one movie too where there's like they did like a prequel and they went like 100 years back and they're all British and they
House of the Dragons.
no
Well, then there was another movie that came out. It was like R&R.
Yeah,
RRR.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
heard that was like people were putting that in their top 10s, but I didn't see that.
A lot of good movies that we haven't seen this year, pretty much.
yeah so don't judge us this year. Next year when we do our top 10 it'll be
I haven't
better.
seen what was it, Amsterdam?
Yeah Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Didn't see
Which I
that.
can get good reviews.
Yeah.
Didn't see that, and I didn't see obviously Babylon just came out yesterday,
Yep.
but
Apparently
I heard that.
Babylon's
Amsterdam's on HBO, but I just keep scrolling right by because it
yeah.
just looks like shit.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
no appeal to see that one. Even my parents were like, "Well, it's all right," and I was like, "My parents are saying that, like, nah, like I'm
Yeah.
good."
Apparently Babylon's bombing in the box office right now as we speak.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, it came out yesterday. It was
We will
Christmas.
review it.
Christmas, everything that's going on, the storm and everything. I feel like
Yeah, it has
That's
been
true.
pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Then we also have to remember that it's not only Michigan; it's literally the whole.
Well, like
fucking-
even
Yeah.
Miami yesterday was like 44 degrees. Like
It's snowing when the Dolphins or
Yeah.
Packers are playing.
yeah.
All right, fuck the Packers. Top 10 movies of the year. Andrew's starting off.
I will start us off. My number 10 movie for the year. I'm not sure if this fell on any of your guys' list, but is 13 Lives.
Okay.
I did like that movie.
Mhm.
I can't throw it any higher up, but it was an emotional movie and it was a story that I had only briefly heard about, so it's kind of cool to get more in depth on that movie.
Okay.
That was a
I had-
solid watch.
I had that at number 9 actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
right right below my 10th, and I was surprised by it, honestly. I haven't liked too much of what Amazon put out, but I think because of just kind of the nature of just the movie itself being obviously pulled from an actual live event.
Mhm.
Amazon couldn't really fuck that up. To be
No.
honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch The Boys?
I'm halfway through
watching it
season
right
2.
now.
Halfway
Okay,
through season
alright.
2.
That's
And
good.
Invincible,
Amazon.
Oh, that's
I think
I gotta
that
watch
one's
that
so
too.
fucking
It's
good.
on my list. On my list. Knocking them down slowly but surely.
But yeah, I mean it's not really a documentary, but it's like, I mean, obviously it's based off what really happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we were all, when we talked about reviewing that movie, we saw that it was trending on Amazon, but we weren't like, we saw that it was really long, and we're like, I don't know if we should do this.
What
or
was the
not."
runtime again? It wasn't
It was
3
like 2.5
hours.
It's like over 2.5.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we were all like, I was like really trying to convince you guys, and I wasn't sure. I was like, I'm gonna feel bad if this sucks because it's really long.
That was an anxiety driven movie.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what I like about it.
That's
It
what
kind of
it
it
was.
takes you
Yeah.
through the events of like if you were actually part of.
They have the
What
map
happened?
up where you can like see how
Yeah,
deep
that was
they are.
cool.
That
And
was
then they
cool.
would tell you how long each trip took and how much
Yes,
oxygen
yes,
they
yes,
used
yes.
and stuff, and like that was sick. And again, because it was anxiety ridden, again, we talked about it. You can go back and listen to the episode, but you didn't really even feel like you were there for the whole 2.5 hours. The only reason I even remembered it was 2.5 hours because I did have to pause it to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
And because of that, I was like, oh shit, like I'm already over an hour and a
Yeah.
half in. Like, what? Like it didn't feel like it.
But
But
that's
that
how you
was
know
like,
you're watching something that you enjoy.
right.
is
You know,
the-
you're not like playing on your phone or anything. You're just in it at that point.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And at the end though, when we found out one of the divers, their dads died, I didn't really get that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that was that one I still I remember we talked
Made me
about
scratch
that.
my head a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit, honestly. Maybe just like
I
a
mean, you didn't get it. You just weren't paying attention.
no, like there's nothing to get about it. It's just it happened. And like
Yeah,
why
I was
like
gonna say,
I
it's
don't know
not
if
like
it
it's
actually
made up.
happened to one of the divers that were part of the actual
They had
event.
to.
But
assume.
if
I
it
believe it
wasn't,
did.
why throw that in?
Well,
Yeah.
because he missed being there with his dad because he was too busy saving his kids.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
that's what I took from it. But yeah, I mean, and then too, I thought it was really cool how like throughout the first half of the movie, really, like you don't really know where the kids are and if they're safe or not.
Mhm.
They don't
Yeah.
even show you the kids until the divers find the kids for the first time.
Yeah, and
That's
again,
really cool.
which is like a crazy, like good way again to like bring you in on that. Is like
Yeah.
you know these kids are in there and
Yeah.
you know what the issue is, and then we just don't see them. And again, like when we talked about it during the review, the whole time you're like, we're fucking the kids. Like we felt like we were the parents, you know?
Yeah.
Like we don't even know where the kids are at, and we're the viewer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then halfway through the search, it like starts pouring,
Mhm.
and you're like, okay, they're running out of even more time now.
Yeah, because what they said that 2 days after they got the last child out, that it flooded and they couldn't go back for 6 months or something like
they weren't
that.
able to get back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy event.
Mhm.
Crazy event.
They
Glad that all
didn't
of them
film it
survived.
in that exact cave.
Yeah, I don't
You gotta
so.
think about it like
No,
from that
yeah.
standpoint either. Like,
Well, of course not.
yeah, but I mean, how do you, but no, I'm saying like, how do you find a cave in order to, get all those shots?
All those
Like,
shots,
I don't
that's a
really
good-
think we mentioned anything about that
Yeah.
when we did the.
I don't even know. Yeah.
Well, I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of the shots too
Like,
are
how
like
do
in
you-
water or in like a dark cave area, so it's like
Yeah, like
But
that
I
can't
can-
be an
it's
easy
easy
movie to
to-
shoot.
yeah.
That's
Easy to film.
I'm sure the map they used, like when they're showing you like how deep they're going, was real.
Mhm.
Based off of
Yeah, that
everything,
was
but-
probably
Yeah.
accurate.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
No
But-
problem.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean,
Yes,
that's
that's-
Good watch.
I
If you
think-
haven't seen it, by all means, definitely go check it out.
a good ass movie.
All right, who's next?
So-
Mike.
okay.
What's your number 10?
Number 10 then. So my number 10 movie of the year is gonna be Hustle.
Okay.
I
is-
have that up really high on my list. I
Really?
love that fucking movie, dude.
I liked it definitely.
Mhm.
It's just Netflix movies. I absolutely just cannot fucking stand them because
Completely
more
understand.
times than not they butcher them. But any type of movie with Adam Sandler in it and
Mhm.
just revolving something that I enjoy like sports and basketball, it's gonna be a good movie and a good watch. And obviously I forget how to say his name. Juan
I'm not gonna pretend.
Hernando Bo Cruz, basically.
Yeah.
The guy that plays Bo Cruz that's in the NBA, bounced around different couple of NBA teams. He did a great job, and obviously with all the the cameos with Julius Irving all the way down to Trae Young and
Again,
Luka
that shit
Doncic.
was so funny and how disappointed Mikey was in me when I was like, wait, those are real ball players? Because I remember I recognized
I think I was with
yeah,
you.
it was me because I remember I recognized Trae Young, and then it was like it was
Wait,
like
are
one of
the
those
actual
moments.
NBA players?
Yeah, it was one of those moments where I was
Wow.
like, wait, was that actually Luca?
Actually shooting that ball.
So disappointing, so disappointing. But I think Anthony Edwards plays a good protagonist too.
Yeah.
Hermit, I think is his name.
Yeah.
So
that was his name. Was
Kermit,
it?
it's either Kermit or Hermit.
Kermit.
Thanks for
Is it Kermit?
I don't know.
It looks like a Kermit to be honest with you.
I mean, like that's another. It's a good watch for the year. I mean, we're talking about 2022 movies, but then
Yeah.
again, like I don't know. I'd much rather have Adam Sandler as a in a comedic role.
That's
Uh,
right.
Yeah, I
I
agree,
mean, yeah,
but-
he's a good
Well, that's
actor
just
and
because
all
you're so
that,
used to
but-
him in that.
And what
role.
about
Yeah,
Uncut
but-
Gems?
Yeah, like Uncut Gems.
Yeah,
is
but
good,
that's a good movie, but
Fuck
it's not
Uncut
like
Gems, man.
it's not like, oh my god, like wow, he needs an
This is
Oscar.
kind of
Like,
off topic is because Adam Sandler, I feel like, is in a lot of, he's in like mostly comedic movies.
Yeah.
And when I think of like someone comparable that's in like known for like being in comedic movies, Jim Carrey, is he in anything serious?
Truman Show.
Truman
Oh
Show,
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But even that's funny.
oh yeah, but everything he's got some kind of comic relief.
Okay.
To it.
Yeah, but again,
I feel like Jim Carrey is just like miles above Adam Sandler, though. That's just,
Yeah, that's fair.
that's just me.
I
though.
mean, I just-
I-
personally
Nah.
I just watched The Grinch. That's why I
I
thought.
mean, so they're both where they're
Yeah, the Grinch too.
last names.
Yeah, that's fair.
But he literally has Happy Gilmore, Big Daddy.
I think a better
You
comparison would be
could
Will
do a
Ferrell, to be
million
honest
of
with you.
Mhm.
Will
Okay,
Ferrell with
fair.
Adam Sandler.
Will
What?
Ferrell's in that.
pretty
Josh,
good.
what was that show
Oh,
on Apple TV?
Oh, with Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget.
Oh, the therapist one.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Shrink.
Yeah, the
Shrink.
Shrink Next Door.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a
that
good
one. He's
Yeah, because
not
those are
even-
two comedic guys that were in it.
Yeah, they both play serious roles. I mean, it's based off a true story too. So. But yeah, I liked Hustle's in my top 10 too. Because and the whole reason was you didn't even have to like basketball to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
'Cause I watched it with my girlfriend and she knows nothing about basketball. I mean, should I barely do either? And we were like really
You know how to build a parlay though.
I know and lose it. But
I didn't say win.
no,
The next day, he lost a couple grand on Trey Young.
Cody wins. Cody can win.
yeah, I'm gonna bet on this Luca guy. No, but yeah, to really enjoy that movie and like you said, it wasn't really an Oscar performance, but like the whole storyline and plot was like an underdog story that you can root for. It like reminded me of Rocky a lot in a way.
Yeah.
I can't
Well,
lie.
it's Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You'll see how high up it is on my list, but that's mostly because I did say I would rewatch this movie. I think I've rewatched it 3 or 4 times at this point. Not gonna lie. I've been throwing it.
I know.
Captain
You must have-
Nah, no,
Third
no,
time,
no,
man.
I'll just come home from the bar and it'll be like 2 a.m. and I'll fucking just throw it on and fall asleep. And then when I wake up in the morning, I'll just throw it back on where I left off at.
See, I feel like that's how I am with like Borat.
Yeah.
I literally
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sometimes
that's not a throw.
Almost. It's on Hulu, right?
It's on HBO.
Did you see the second one?
Oh.
Yeah.
it should be on Amazon, to be honest,
Yeah.
because
Did they
the
come out
second
this year?
Come out
Borat-
this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
second
come out
Borat
this
was not as good as the first one.
No,
but-
not at all. Still a good watch.
Mm.
No, Hustle's definitely. It didn't make it in my top 10, but it should have. That's a 10.
And as much as I'll shit on Netflix movies, it's still a good movie.
That
And
was
I
a good
love
movie.
Adam Sandler. So
Yeah, because I think we did that one when another movie came out that I'm pretty confident is not in our top 10, Spiderhead. So
yeah.
Oh yeah.
comparing that movie to Spiderhead,
I don't
just
remember
watched
if I
it
rated
together.
that, but that movie is not.
Yeah, we weren't really that. I think because I looked earlier, I gave Spider a 48, and I gave Hustle an 88. So it's like just to show you they're not even close at all. So
Yeah, Netflix is very. Mike has said that a lot. It's very
Hit or miss.
Hit or miss.
no, but I think Netflix
Mostly
wise,
miss.
Yeah, mostly.
I think
miss, too.
Netflix wise, it's one of my favorite movies that they've done this year. I think
I agree
like
with that.
The Gray Man like doesn't really compare to Hustle. I feel like in a way. I know they're two different movies. Obviously, Blonde it didn't, but
Well, they are, but that's it.
but yeah.
Okay.
So with my top 10 pick, none of you guys have seen it, I don't think. It's Chippendale Rescue Rangers on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
I
Yeah, so that's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
I heard
kind
that
of-
was pretty good.
It was really good. So
You're on your own on this one.
yeah,
I
so
can't
you
even
probably saw the
comment.
video of the Ugly Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that movie. So and he's pops up a lot, and there's a ton of like movie characters and stuff like that.
I remember
Phineas and Ferb's mom's randomly in it.
I
and,
remember
Ann
that.
Dodge from South Park's in it. Yeah,
Okay.
Like a lot.
It's
That
really
sounds
good.
really good.
yeah. So I'm shocked that it made my top 10, but when I really sat down and thought about it, I was like, damn, I wish we would have covered this. I mean, it came out I think April. Or
I
May.
remember you
Came out
mentioning
before.
that one.
I
Yeah, I
remember
was
it
trying to
coming
get
out. I
you-
remember
What's it
talking about it.
It's Chippendale Rescue Rangers. So Chippendale is a show that used to be on Disney in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
90s,
Yeah.
an animated show. So they do it off that, and it's like John Mulaney and oh crap, who else is in it?
Yeah.
Adam Sandberg. So they both voice the big
Sandberg.
guys. Yeah. So and they have a ton of cameos and stuff like that. So that movie's really good. It's really funny. It's not just like a kids thing. It's a lot of jokes that like adults would have to get. Seth Rogen's in it a lot.
Okay.
Will Arnett. The cast is great. So
No, it's definitely one to add to the list because
Yeah.
I remember that came out and I wanted to watch it.
yeah,
but
because the
I
clips were all over
completely
Twitter.
forgot
That's what got me to
about
watch
it.
it.
I
Oh, it
remember
was just
seeing
funny
that
shit that
again.
they had the ugly Sonic. in
Yeah,
it.
and
It
dude, he's a
was
recurring
no
character
sense.
throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they I guess they
But then the other thing that didn't make any sense was how come one was like animated, one was like live action.
so that's the thing. So they riff on like basically different movie styles. So like
Yeah.
they rip on Polar Express, like the way they did their
Oh, it's like
animations.
the shittiest.
Yeah, they rip
animation
on
of
like
all
claymation.
time.
They make fun of it, like it's hilarious. Like Uncanny Valley stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Like Seth Rogen's character's like his face doesn't make any expressions. It's really funny.
Really?
Yeah, and there's different Seth Rogen characters in it. So like the character he played in Lion King, which is the
That'd be interesting.
hog in real life. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah. So it's really funny.
Cool, bro.
Okay.
You said
yeah.
this was a Disney Plus movie?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So it went straight to Disney Plus.
Shit, I
And-
might have to watch that tonight.
I
That
know,
sounds
same
fucking
here.
good.
Yeah, and it's not even that long. I think it's a.
We might have to scrap this whole thing and redo this
Yeah.
after I watch that movie.
They make fun of like Pixar movies, Peter Pan, a bunch of stuff. So
Well, that sounds fun.
yeah. So
All right.
that, that's my top. That's my 10th pick. I almost put it a little higher, but that's kind of where I settled. I had to put it in my top 10 just to shout it out. So
Yeah.
Nice. Well,
Ryan, you're up.
so for my number 10 pick of the 2022 movie draft, I am going with Barbarian.
Okay.
Now, I would have put Barbarian higher, but these motherfuckers have bullied the shit out of me for that.
So let me interject. I have Barbarian on my list, and it is higher.
Yeah, you put it at like 8.
Maybe a little higher.
so hold on. So
Damn.
Yeah.
Aiden, Mike, is it on yours? Because it's not mine.
I'll
So
be
I'm
honest.
close.
I didn't-
Barbarian is not on it.
I didn't watch it, though, so that's why it's not on it. But
Yeah.
I did see
You should
the
definitely
last
watch it.
5 minutes of it on TikTok. I went through a little rabbit hole of seeing like the guy in like the basement and like chasing the lady out of it.
That's crazy how you can literally get a movie spoiled for you on TikTok.
Yeah. Well, my favorite
You're
one of
literally
my
probably watching it taking a dump, so like that's the worst way to get a movie
So top
spoiled
10
for you.
TikTok of the year for me.
one of my favorite memes is a guy that was like, I can't believe this is how I found out Tony Stark died in Endgame, and it was the fucking XX Attention fucking like
Yeah.
split the RDJ on the other side. I was like, it's terrible. But back to it. So Barbarian coming in at the number 10 spot for me. I thought it was a great fucking watch. Like I loved it. I'm a big
I
scary
agree.
movie person, and the run that they went with it with Justin Long just playing a piece of shit character instead of like the
That was the
30-year-old virgin that he usually plays.
most
That
shocker
movie-
movie
Yes.
probably of all of
Yeah.
2022.
No,
for being
but
honest.
that movie was fucking good. I imagine I'll rewatch it in October if it's on something. Like I
On
won't.
HBO.
It's on HBO.
Oh, all right. Well, if it's still on there in October, yeah, I'll
just-
probably rewatch it. But I thought from start to finish, it was a good run. And like again, it's not your traditional scary movie. It just kept you involved in the way that the 3 acts were split up and the way it was able to come full circle. And then the way that it was just outlandish shit happening. Like I enjoyed that.
Well, isn't it like he shows up to like this house that like he rented on?
Yeah, so she pulls up, she's getting
Oh.
away. She has an interview in the city of Detroit.
Yeah, Airbnb.
And she's staying on fucking Brightmoor, so it's like super ghetto.
And
And she doesn't really know that because it's just a random Airbnb. And so when she gets there, they had apparently double booked it, and there was a guy staying there. And the guy was just like, "Oh, like you know what? Just stay the night here. We're in a rough
Yeah.
neighborhood."
And
Like,
he
Who plays
thought-
him again, Aiden? The
Hmm?
guy that was at the Airbnb. He was he played it.
Bill
Anyways.
Skarsgård.
Bill Skarsgård, who's
Yeah.
really good in this.
yeah,
movie.
he was really good
Yeah.
in this one again, and he's got that nice edge of being creepy,
Yep.
but
And
at the
you
same
saw-
time he's like helping. And then so what happens is he ends up like having a night terror, and like you think all this bad shit's happening, and like her door is open that was locked, and she thinks like he's fucking with her. And then the next day,
Well, I mean, you don't want to spoil it, but like
We did a review. on
I'm
that.
Yeah.
fucking. That got
Yeah.
spoiled for me the first
Mhm.
minute.
Yeah,
I know.
I mean,
I knew
we did a
it.
review.
it's what you think it is, and you think that Bill Skarsgård
You
is
think
like
it's
a
gonna
main,
be, like,
he's
the
like the
bad
main
guy.
guy.
The trailer
You have
tells
no
you
idea.
nothing. Trailer. literally
That's
tells you
that's
shit.
what, so that's why I put this movie higher. The trailer for this movie,
What's that at for you?
I'll say it's at 6 for me.
Nice.
Actually, yeah.
so I had it at 7. And I was like, these guys are gonna make fun of
I
me.
didn't care. I moved it up because this movie, the trailer it gives nothing away.
It's misleading.
But I like
But it's not even to where it's misleading. It is to a point, but then like everything that it does show you happens.
the second
and then
act of
it's
this
just
movie.
completely
You're
opposite.
sitting
You
there in
have no idea
complete
what's going on.
amazement because it was not the direction you thought it
Mhm.
was going.
Yeah.
So
Whoa.
that's why I moved it up.
Oh, it's definitely a good watch, but
Yeah, it was close. I mean, it was on my list, but when I
It's
was
a good 10th
organizing
spot.
things,
Yep.
yeah,
I don't think it should be anywhere up higher than a 10
Alright.
spot.
yeah.
But
All right, buddy. What's
but
your
that's
number
why I
10?
have a hot take.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
hear your.
My number 10 spot for every movie that came out this year that I've seen,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Black Panther 2. I'm putting that at the 10 spot.
Really?
I mean,
I
so
saw-
I have that on my list, but it's high.
Yeah,
Put
see-
that on our list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Black
Is-
Panther actually for me comes in at the number 6 spot.
number
Me too.
6.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
I
so
have it at number 4.
I'm going at 10 because once again,
Defend it.
I really can't. I mean, defend it being as
Defend your spot.
low-
Yeah. Why?
Oh, I'm gonna elaborate. But I mean, like I said, we got what 3 Marvel movies this year.
Morbius, if you for 4.
3 Marvel. We got 3 Marvel movies this year. But I mean, it's just the fact, like, yeah, it was a good movie, but then again, like, I don't know if I'm just being biased, but this was like the worst year for Marvel movies, in my opinion,
100%.
in a long
I
time.
agree
You don't
with
think
that.
that's the worst one of the year out of all the Marvel movies, right?
It's the
What,
best
Black
best
Panther?
Marvel
Yeah.
movie of the
No,
year.
because that's the only one that's on my top.
Yeah, because I
10.
don't think we have the other 2 Marvel movies, which is Doctor Strange 2.
Fuck no.
Yeah,
and-
but I mean,
So,
that's not even.
those are actually my 1 and 2.
But it's just the fact that we had high anticipation for it, and I mean, yeah, it was a good movie. It's good enough to be in my top 10, but it's not going any higher than 10
Okay.
That's
because
fair.
I think that it was good. And I mean, yeah, if you want to take in how hard it was to make and write and do all that stuff, you could do that.
Moving
But
that,
I'm not
and that's
doing
kind of
that.
where my mind was.
Yeah,
that
I'm
I
not putting
was-
enough thought into it to
That's fair.
where I could do that. I'm just saying
So-
that it's a good movie, but it's definitely like
Well, yes.
we got a lot of original films this year that
Yeah.
deserve the higher spot.
Well, yeah, and I agree. Mine is a little higher. I'm not sure off the top of my head. I think it's 6 or 7, if I'm not looking at my phone, 5 or 6, or something around there, something in the middle. But like, that is the only Marvel movie I put in my top 10, and I agree this year was kind of lackluster. But or this whole Phase 4 is lackluster, right?
It was
But
awful.
yeah, but
Werewolf by Night wasn't good enough to make a cut for you.
well, I didn't classify it as a movie.
It's not a
Yeah, I did it more.
You
of a special.
can, but
Mm,
it's not.
but-
Like it's like
It's
I gave it like
a-
an 80, I
so
think.
that in between.
Yeah,
I was thinking.
But
about
with
it,
Black Panther, like I think I give it an 89 off the top of my head. But because I really did enjoy it, enough to put it in my top 10. But like the movie made me cry and it made me laugh.
So
and the
that's-
action was cool.
That's why I had it so high up. I had it at 4.
Yeah.
Is because it takes a lot for me to get emotional in a movie these days. So
Yeah.
that's why I was like, all right, I got to move it up. And that was a big. And I took a deeper thought on it, like you were saying, Nathan. I gave them a little extra credit because
Yeah.
they had to redo the whole movie. They had a whole movie
Cool.
set.
Yeah, I just sent that
Apparently.
thing in our group chat of what the plot was supposed to be.
Supposed to
And
be.
it was supposed to be
Father's
T'Challa
story.
coming in after the 5-year blip and missing the growth of his child. And, like,
Who?
it was fucking great.
Who?
T'Challa.
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 But yeah, no. So that's why it was a little.
Yeah, I mean, and that makes sense. And like I said, I would do the same thing. But
So for me, I have it at
Personally.
6.
Mhm.
And
Okay. Same.
the one thing I will say is just I don't like the whole Shuri, her kind of like
why? Because she's a woman.
Yeah, what's up with that?
no, whoa,
Whoa.
we don't discriminate. No, I don't like I didn't really like her character development. I think obviously with the circumstances with Chadwick Boseman and everything and just rewriting the whole
Do you,
movie
do you
itself.
feel like she just kind of like jumped into it? Like they
Well,
just
yeah,
were
I mean, like,
Mhm.
and I
But
feel
I
like
think
that's
that's
just
how
a
the entire
product.
movie
That's just a
was.
product
Yeah.
of what happened outside of the movie and just the circumstances they were given.
Yeah.
And I think Ryan Coogler did a great job of rewriting the movie and
Agree.
just
No,
just
why weren't the
working
Avengers
with what he
heroes,
has.
though?
It's true.
I know.
That's kind of why.
Well, people were saying it's because it's
But
symbolic and it's
yeah.
Mhm.
it's their
But basically,
tradition.
one thing I've seen a TikTok on this movie too that I really liked that you can kind of use for all movies is there can be things that you like and don't like about a movie,
Mhm.
but you can still like view it in a positive manner. Like I can still like Black Panther 2
Mhm.
and still not like a couple things about the
Yeah.
movie and it still be a great
I think
movie.
that we do that a lot with our reviews.
100%.
Yeah.
So, and
Especially when
that's-
they're higher
That's
up.
another thing I want to add on.
and it can
like,
differ from
when I'm-
me to you or me to you,
Yeah.
and,
well, yeah, I mean that's how all opinions are. But me personally, like top 10 movies are like 10 must watch of 2022.
Yeah.
You know, new movies that
If we're
came
being
out.
honest
Like,
with you though, 2022 was a little bit weaker compared
yeah,
to
but that's why
previous
we
years.
mentioned before when we were off camera, it's saying that this is a year for TV shows.
We had a
You know,
lot of
we
good
had
TV shows.
way
this
better
year.
TV shows than we had any movies,
and I
and
think
I'll
after-
stand on that
I
100%.
think after we're done with our top 10, we'll mention like a few shows that we all think
Yeah.
that we really get to, especially this year, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, Andrew.
All right, so I'll roll in with number 9 here. Actually, a horror movie, and that is Black Phone. I was
I have
oh,
Black,
hello.
I have Black Phone really high up on my
Yeah,
list.
okay. All right, fair. But I wanted. I guess you guys can defend it. and probably speak on more of it than me, but I'm just not a horror movie person. I'm not a horror movie
I'm
person.
not either, and I still put
But-
it top 5.
This was a very pleasant movie.
Black Phone wasn't more of a scary movie though.
It was more of
It's
a
like a thriller.
It's
Yeah, it's
thriller.
psychological.
And that's what
which
those
is
kind of movies are good. I'd
Yeah.
take that over Smile any day.
which
Yeah.
is fair. And I really like this movie. I could have probably maybe moved it up, rethinking it. Maybe that and Barbarian could be switching up, but
See,
I don't
felt
know.
like Barbarian was just like a comedy.
No,
Yeah, I mean, it was just
it was.
Well,
I
that's kind of the
because
point of it was like
Yeah,
it was a horror comedy.
It's like it's nice to get a refresh scary movie like that. And then when it comes to Black Phone just took like a classic thing,
Yeah, it was
but
like
also had its own twist, which is why I put it higher. The whole idea, again, I thought the premise was going to be that the killer or someone in the house would be calling this phone that doesn't work. I didn't know it'd be the fucking ghost of the children that he killed.
yes,
And that's why, because of that, and that one
We also don't
fucking
watch
scene,
trailers.
bro, where the fucking kid pops up behind him.
Oh, I think I
Ooh,
did I go see that with you, Josh? Or
Yeah.
Yeah,
who
you're
was
right
there?
though. I'm really
And
bad
Aiden?
about not watching
We
trailers.
didn't watch
these days.
trailers, and I mean, you would know that if you watched the trailer.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I was just winging it. It was just what the premise would be, and that one, it did great. Ethan Hawke's fucking goat.
Dude, when
it comes
he's
to this.
sitting up in the kitchen,
What did I
I
just
just
watch?
wants him to get
With the
oh,
I
fucking
just
yeah.
bell.
real quick,
Yeah.
but Ethan Hawke was in Glass Onion.
No, was he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah.
I gotta
You
watch
saw?
this.
I'll
Yeah,
make
it
sure I didn't even
Yeah, I
look it
saw
up,
the
but I
thing,
was
yeah.
like, that's got to be him. Like, I don't even have to look.
Yeah,
it up.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's
So-
slowly becoming one of my favorite actors, to be honest.
yeah, I
with
mean,
you.
he was in Sinister, which we just did, and
Yep.
Moon Knight, right?
He's got a lot of good old movies. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did you guys have this? Because you said it was in your.
I had mine one above Black Panther, and I give it a 94.
So to be exact, I had this at number 3.
Okay.
Number
Wow.
three.
Okay.
I
didn't-
fucking love this movie, dude. Because even like the detail to where he stuffs Finn in the back of the car with the balloon, so that way he like muffles the screams. Like that's fucking genius.
Yeah.
Throw him in the back, and then it's just like he's fucking with him the whole time. He wants him to come out of that basement.
It was
He
the whole
wants to
psychological
fucking
game.
kill
He's
that guy.
fucked up in that.
Yeah, and then he's just digging a hole, bro. And you're wondering where is this gonna come out at?
Yeah.
And then like
And the fact that
Oh.
one, it's the house across the street, and his brother ties in, and his brother's fucking.
Yeah, the end of that movie
Yes.
is crazy.
his brother trying to like help out, not even
Well, yeah.
knowing that like his brother is doing this.
Well, and
Oh.
I think the brother was in Sinister too. He played the deputy,
Yeah.
Oh, really?
which is pretty cool too.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
What's that?
yeah. So
That's badass.
On,
I love
on,
to-
screen chemistry.
yeah, so
But
they
this
they
was
did a lot of
this was definitely a good movie, and I kind of regret not putting it.
Oh, you didn't put it
Not
out?
you
on
didn't
my
even-
list.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not on my list.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I think we're all in the 90s when we rated it. I want to
I
say.
believe-
I mean, it was a
I was
good
hyped.
movie, and like I said, like it's definitely a must see
Yeah.
of this
Mhm.
year. But
I think because it does classify as a horror movie.
and I'm sure I could swap. I don't know. I feel pretty confident.
Yeah, I mean, it's classified as a thriller horror. I think it's more of a thriller, but if we're calling it a horror, I think it's probably the best horror movie of the year. I mean, we got a
What
couple,
about Halloween?
yeah, we got a couple, not that movie. We got a couple good ones.
That
though.
opening scene though is a must watch. That
For Halloween,
opening
yeah, like the
scene, that
first
Halloween-
5 minutes.
Dude,
I didn't
that
see that shit.
fucking kill is crazy. I love
Yeah.
that.
Little kid.
Yeah, because you see
That
Michael
movie-
Myers up there, and
You could
it's
just
just
push him
like,
down the stairs and he dies.
yeah,
Essentially.
Few
I didn't-
stories though.
I didn't
Yeah.
see it. I'm glad I didn't
Yeah,
see
yeah.
it.
That movie was
He
horrible.
kicks the
That
door
movie
and
was
little kid
bad.
behind it, and then they're like 3 stories up in this fucking mansion, and the kid goes right over the rail and hits fucking splats, and then the parents walk in a second later. Yeah, it's
If the
good.
movie would have kept to that pace, that would have
Mhm.
been a good movie.
Well, and
But
again, it was cool
horrible.
because Halloween.
and that
I
shows
put
like
this in
that's
the
Michael
review.
Myers' first kill.
No,
Oh,
no,
dude.
it's a random different.
It's a rant. Yeah.
Dude, Michael Myers.
It has nothing to
Michael
do with
Myers
the
doesn't show up in Halloween Ends till 47 minutes in.
Yep.
Jesus
Mhm.
Christ.
The movie sucked. It's top 3 worst of the year in my opinion.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
bad. That's a
It
trick or
sucks.
treat. That's a fucking trick.
But like too, we got like Smile and even Bodies by Bodies, which is a different way of
Yeah.
doing horror movies.
Mhm.
Those
And
are pretty
I
That
know,
one-
I know for a
that
fact
Twitch
he
is
has
good.
bodies in his top 10. And I'm gonna roast the
Ooh.
living fuck out of him once.
Disclaimer,
he-
That
I
ending-
don't. I did.
That ending was.
Oh, we took it out once we mentioned it.
Fucking Dr. Death.
So I had that actually. I will say I had it at 10.
Really? Okay.
I had it at 10.
What made
That
you take
ending,
it out?
but that ending was fucking good.
Yeah,
There is no killer. They all just killed themselves.
I had it at.
It's the idea of it. Yes,
It's
100%.
definitely good, but
I had it at 10, but I switched it
Okay,
out.
that
after
movie
it.
is
Okay.
pissed me
Slay,
off the
Michael.
whole time.
Listen, I don't give a fuck what you say. The fact that a TikTok is what started the events of that movie just
Realistic.
pulls me away.
It
Just
was
pulls me
funny though.
away
It was
completely.
funny. The movie was funny.
When,
and-
who was this? When the guy shows up, goes,
What-
What Trent is he even doing? He's renegading, then he fucking slices himself like
It's with the big blade. And
Oh yeah, no,
Oh,
it's a
No,
stupid
it's the food
movie.
in the house and I'm in the house. Oh my god, dude. That's the worst thing about you can't put a trend like that into a movie and
Oh, no.
expect it to age well.
No, that
Because
movie was
everything that
horribly,
is
but I
trendy
thought it was funny.
Always dies down. And the fact that you could go watch that right now and even hearing that in the theater, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
just makes you cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
That's
Because
good.
you don't know that the filmmakers were like, hey, we should definitely put this in the movie. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's sweet.
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh, it's funny. Like, this will be like this is
My kid
stupid
was
as
doing
hell.
this at home. We should
Yeah.
throw this into the script.
Like, wow, I got a great idea. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But we can continue on.
Yeah.
What were we
Okay.
saying? Our 9 spots?
Yeah,
Mike-
nine spots.
Mike-
So with my ninth best movie of the year that I've watched, I'm gonna go Breaking. With,
Okay.
John Boyega as Lance Corporal. I forgot his name. I'm gonna sound stupid as fuck.
seen it.
Doesn't
Really?
matter. Nope.
Really?
Okay.
So I'll say Mike, I have that at my 8. That's my
Okay.
number 8 spot.
Is that
So.
yours top 10?
Hell
Not mine
no.
either.
Damn, really?
How?
Not
no.
against it,
You
but
got it.
it's definitely not a top
I
10.
forgot
movie
about
of
it
the
after.
year.
Were you guys a little
You guys
scared
were
after
sitting-
the
Yeah, but it doesn't even matter.
That's what
Like,
we had the theater scare.
my grandma saw that
So
movie
that-
too,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
was like having a
yeah.
conversation
I
with
was
her
like,
about
hey,
it.
She didn't like it?
I mean, it was good, but it's like, like
It's an emotional movie and it's based on a true
so.
story.
This is the one thing I will say. I love going to the theater, but I feel like that's a movie you watch at home.
Mhm.
If I'm gonna watch any movie,
That's
at
fair.
home,
Yeah,
I'd
dude.
probably pick Breaking. and
Yeah, the
watch
only
at home.
big screen experience we had there was the thought that we were gonna actually die in real life.
That shit was.
Now, would you guys have been pissed if you died during Breaking?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I would be.
That's
yeah.
like one of those movies where you're just like, fuck.
Yeah.
The guy should
If it was for like
Batman?
Endgame or
I
something,
mean, it had a good story behind it, great acting, but it's just a fact. Like, I mean, it was entertaining,
Yeah, but it
but it's
addressed.
not something that you can
I
be like,
liked
hey,
that
you
it
should
addressed
definitely
like real
go
world shit
watch
that was
that.
going on.
Yeah, well, it's
Um,
like,
if you
So
could,
it's not even
yeah,
worth me doubling back to go see.
I
Batman.
think, well, like
not
Andrew
at
said,
home,
yeah.
not at the theater.
Alright.
like Andrew said, if you can find a way to bring real world problems into a story like that and tell a
Yeah.
good story without being cringe, like, oh, this is a problem. And
That was so. I want to say that was a movie too that didn't feel like it. A lot of movies these days, especially Disney's pretty guilty of it. Feels like sometimes they put certain scenes and certain people in movies to
certain
check
four
boxes.
scenes that we're not going to
Yeah,
name.
to check boxes, and this movie didn't have any box checking in it. It was very authentic, which
Yeah.
is something that I appreciated.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, like it was cool, kind of that they. I mean, most of the movies in that banks, right? It's like
Yeah,
90% of the movies in the same
probably like,
general
what,
area. Yeah,
Probably cheap to make.
$3 million
Yeah, I
budget.
mean,
Yeah,
movie.
but
probably
like,
cheap to
The
make.
most expensive part was the negotiator.
yeah,
Yeah.
His budget, however much it costs him.
yeah. But sometimes the characters made iffy choices, and I'm not just talking about the main character. I mean, even the workers, right? And then too, like it did get kind of boring at certain parts, right? I mean,
I thought it was very boring.
yeah, it took a while for him to get to the point of.
Wow, I disagree.
I
I
did.
was entertained.
I
the whole
agree
way
with
through.
Aiden. I think it took a while for him to get to the point of why he was doing it because we didn't even know. From
Well, I
the
mean, it's not even that. It's the fact now that you're sitting here looking back at it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's like that came out this year. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of.
I think it's worth checking out. It was
yeah, I did too.
maybe you guys zoned out at the end of the movie. The end of
I
that
think
movie was
so.
emotional as
Well,
fuck.
it took us a while
Oh,
to.
I don't even know what was going on once I fucking lost my mind.
Yeah, so
you
it took
guys
us.
clocked out
Yeah,
mentally.
and that's
That's
the other
fair.
thing too. That's why I think ruined that movie for me.
Okay.
Yeah, that
it
was
took us a while to
wild.
get a connection with the character too.
Yeah.
I mean-
That's one. If you're listening to this, check out our breaking review. Skip to the end and hear our story on what
Yeah.
happened to the four of us while we were in the theater.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That was scary. I don't know. I think just with the just overall connection he had with his daughter and just obviously with this trauma from, being in service and just like Andrew said, bringing finding a way to tell a story.
I
bringing
like
a
that
real-
they said at the end of the movie too. It was like to that day he was never paid out any money.
Yeah.
Like the family never.
Oh,
so
it's- it's,
which was fucked up. I mean, he was.
Yeah.
That was. I think that's when that movie got good when he's explaining why he's like, or no, it's how much he wants from the bank. They're like, how much do you want? And he's some exact number.
yeah,
He's like
it's like
$740 and
$900.
yeah, and 80 something cents, and it's like,
Oh, was
this
it?
is
Was it
personal.
that higher? I think it was like.
No, it was like $800, I think.
Yeah.
But the fact that if a movie can make me actually like even think about a problem that I probably would never think
never
about.
thought of that.
Well,
was,
that's when
yeah.
the theater, like everyone gasped. Like there
Yeah.
was an audible gas. You
Yeah.
could
See, I
hear
feel like
everyone
there's some
say it.
predictable parts because I knew it wouldn't be that crazy of a price, and I knew he never even had a bomb. on him.
Yeah.
Didn't you? I mean, there was
Yeah, I
that was a
figured he
little
didn't have-
predictable.
I figured
too.
he
I mean,
didn't have
that's
a
all it
bomb,
was.
but also
Yeah.
he was ex-military, so maybe I feel like there was that.
It made you
Well, I
think.
just feel like if they're trying to get us to connect to this main protagonist character, they're not going to have him actually have a bomb strapped to his chest. That's what I thought right away.
Exactly.
And once I figured out
What
his,
is this movie about?
Yeah.
It's a veteran who he didn't get like a compensation check for the I don't
From the VA.
yeah, from the
VA,
VA.
yeah.
So then he holds up a bank and he just wants the media to like see.
See, it's
Interesting.
And
he gets spoiler. He gets shot at then.
yeah, he doesn't get paid and he holds up a bank and he doesn't really
His family
hurt
doesn't-
anyone.
He
He doesn't
doesn't-
do anything.
They
He
and
just
they want
wants
to like
to
they want
make it public.
they're trying to
It never
transfer him like
happens.
we'll give you whatever money you want. He wants the exact amount.
Yeah,
from the
they're
VA.
like
and
do
no
you
one
want
else.
yeah, he's like we can put $100,000 in your account. And he's like, no, I want I'm just
a
700
check from the VA. And
Yeah,
if
I
you
want
can't
that
get an
check
emotional
from the
connection for
VA.
that, then I don't know what to say.
no, and I did, but I'm just saying like the fact that it waited until the last 30 minutes of the movie is what.
I don't care.
It's a build-up.
I liked that one.
It's a build up.
No, and that
It was
last
a good
30
watch.
that last 30 minutes was good, but I'm
It-
saying
it-
like that
it was a-
first
it was a good
hour,
watch.
20 minutes is a.
Crazy for a top 10, but it was a good watch.
Yeah. I don't know if I.
All right, Mr. Movie Critic.
What do we got? What do we
Yeah,
got for your number
it's a
9,
good-
Joshua?
9 is Hustle.
Hustle.
Okay.
Yep.
Nope.
You just talked
All
about
right.
it.
about
My number 9 is coming in with Bullet Train. Fun ass watch.
Good movie.
A lot
What
of
the
people
fuck?
again.
Whose
Yeah,
top 10 is that on?
see, Mike didn't like
Mike.
it.
Okay.
I fucking loved it. It was a good
I
watch.
liked it.
It was a good
It
time.
was a good movie.
And a lot of good actors in there. I don't really understand why people really completely shit on it. Again, I'm not going to this movie thinking like, oh, it's gonna change my perspective on the
watch.
world. No, it was just a fun fucking watch. Everyone in that killed it. Like I loved it.
All right, so let me interject real quick before you, Mike. The end of that movie when the fucking train crashes and everyone survives.
Yep.
Come on,
Well,
dumb
they're,
as fuck.
they're designed for that, you know.
No, that
Yeah, I've
I
seen
couldn't-
crazier.
I
ones.
couldn't-
What
I
about the
couldn't-
Fast and Furious franchise? I mean,
Those motherfuckers went to the moon.
yeah, I mean,
I couldn't. throw
They
that in
started
my
from
top
boosting
10.
fucking Sony DVD players to go into the goddamn moon. Like,
I
Yeah.
couldn't throw Bullet Train in the top 10.
Nope.
It was a good. I think it's on Netflix now, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I rewatched it.
so
it
you
was
have,
fun.
you have Bullet Train in your top 10,
What do you have it at?
And not breaking.
and he doesn't have breaking in his
Not
top
breaking.
10.
I
The
have
same
it
the
at
same
7.
guy that gave fucking Thor: Love and Thunder
I have it at
a
7.
mid 80 score. That's the movie critic of the year right here, guys. Movie fucking critic
Dude,
of the year.
we're
Aiden
not
Andrew
talking about
Bennett.
Hey,
Thor.
guys, Mike doesn't
not.
like it. It's a bad
Yeah.
movie.
It's not
No,
made by
I-
Marvel, so
Wait,
it doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Score.
What do you mean? We just said that we're not going to talk about how we score movies. When
No,
we see
we're
them
not. We're
After.
not.
Yeah,
Um,
we're gonna
because
start
I
When we
bringing
see
the
them right
stats
after the theater, of course we're going to be like, yeah, that was a good movie. And
Yeah,
then
we need to
4
stop
months
doing
later,
that.
yeah, shit.
Bullet Train is a movie that you watch one time, laugh a couple times, but don't think about for the rest of your fucking life.
I
Yeah,
agree
but-
with Mike. on
Yeah,
this.
again, I don't understand why these guys are haters because it was a fun fucking
It
watch.
was a great movie.
Like,
Anything with Brad Pitt is a good movie.
yeah, like what the
Brad
fuck
Pitt
is
is a
this?
great actor.
It-
If
it-
not one
it's
of the
a
best
one-time
actors of all
watch.
time.
It's a one-time.
Okay, so
I mean, so you're gonna say Breaking? You would rewatch Breaking?
I would-
or possibly rewatching
So-
the thought of rewatching.
Let me say this.
Good question.
I would tell someone. I don't know if I'd rewatch it, but I would tell someone to watch Breaking before Bullet Train.
A million percent.
I don't know about that.
okay,
All
so
right, wait, it's too.
yeah, I'm gonna put cuts here because neither of those movies are in my top 10. But
Alright.
but Bullet Train was probably at 11,
All right, I'll take it.
and Bullet Train's definitely.
All
better
right,
than 13.
Aiden, what do you got for number 9?
Number 9 spot I have going in as Glass Onion.
Okay.
The sequel to Knives Out.
Haven't seen it yet.
I-
actually-
Yeah, I can't
It's on
comment.
Netflix.
watch
It
Knives
is on
Out.
Netflix.
Okay,
It's
so
kind of
it's
sad
not
that you
my
guys
list.
haven't
I
seen
feel like
it.
mine's a little low.
It is a
What do
little
you-
low,
what do
but
you
I'm
call it?
also not a fan of it.
I have it 4.
I'm
You have
not.
it at 4?
I didn't like it.
All right.
Really?
I 100% enjoyed Knives Out better than.
So I
Glass
think the
Onion.
first one's still a little better,
Mhm.
but I think the second one's still really, really good.
It's good, but the one thing that I really hated is that I watched it at home.
Okay.
I that's
So I
one
saw
movie
it
where I
theaters.
wanted to see it in theaters. If I would have seen it in theaters, it probably would have been top.
So I saw it in
5
theaters.
spot.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
That was a
I'm at
dumbass
home.
release.
I couldn't wait
Yeah,
to
that-
watch
it was
It's
what,
the dumbest thing
Thanksgiving
ever.
and then right on to Netflix.
It was out for a week,
And a
and then
week
they
theaters,
took
so-
it back, and then
Yeah.
they came out on Netflix. And I understand it's going to be a big, huge Netflix movie,
Yeah,
but that's
still.
just because so many people watch it. It's
Yeah.
the fact that
That's weird.
what'd you think of the cast in the second one?
the
Like,
cast was good, but it was forced. Like everything felt
Okay.
forced.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there watching it, and also I'm at home, so I'm on my phone, not paying
Yeah, you're not
attention.
l-
And then I'm just sitting there
dedicated
like,
in the
yeah, it's
theater.
visually pleasing, and like you know, even like everything that they do, like the setting that they're in, the big mansion.
Yeah,
It
we'll
looks like-
spoil it for the boys, and
Yeah,
we're doing a
but
review on it
then-
next week.
But then I was looking at like some of the behind the scenes pictures, and it's
Yeah.
all a set.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
really, I was like, I would love to see like this thing in person, like
Yeah.
the house, like
Yeah,
the
w-
mansion,
without
penthouse.
saying any spoilers, I like the cast a lot in this movie too, and they're funny too. A lot of them are really
I
funny.
think when we reviewed Knives Out,
Rewind it. Yeah.
The original.
we the original one, we talked about the cast for the second one. Is there
Yeah.
any cameos that we kind of didn't
It's
see?
just Benoit Blanc and
Well, like you
I
mentioned earlier.
mentioned
And
what's his
everybody
name?
in the trailer that we seen.
You know,
Yeah, I
everyone's in
mean,
it.
yeah. So we don't want to because we're gonna actually cover this movie next week.
But don't
you
tell
guys
me the
could- yeah,
cameos. But are
no.
there cameos that you don't think?
No,
No,
No.
but I mean,
Francis
the
doesn't
cast
come
is
back?
great.
Who?
We shouldn't say
Francis?
anything,
Presents?
no,
No.
Damn.
but
it's a whole new Benoit Blanc. is
Benoit
the only
Blanc
one
is the
that-
only
Oh,
character.
nice.
but like that's what's cool is like
They're on like an island. It's
in the first movie
It's also go ahead.
they do like kind of a twist on like a mystery and they kind of do it right away. So then you're like, where's this movie gonna go? And this movie kind of has a twist too that kind of gets you by surprise. I mean,
Is
really
this
see-
movie is the newer one? We're gonna do the review, but I haven't seen it. Is
Yeah.
it? How long is it? First of all,
2 hours, a little over 2
Do
hours.
you think it's paced the same or slower?
I do. It was close for me. Like the first one's still a little bit better because
That's the thing is like I know that it's a sequel, but it's a whole new story and it's nothing like the first one.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
but that's
Yeah,
a
the
good thing.
characters
You
are
don't want it
same.
to be too
Yeah, I
similar.
mean
Yeah.
it's good that it's crazy that he even wrote like a story like that. But
Well, and a
then
mi-
again,
in a
It's an
mystery-
original
in-
story,
in a
too.
mystery. Like you can't
Yes.
have the same mystery over and over
Oh,
again.
yeah.
That's just beating a dead
no,
horse.
but I mean you'll see once you watch it.
And that's why I was
It's
saying the
not like-
twist is completely different than the twist they did in the first one.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and that's what
Like the-
I was nervous that it'd be the same thing. That's what I was nervous. It'd be the
No,
same thing with
I
different
mean,
faces,
but
and it
yeah,
wasn't.
that's probably what it thought. But there was been I've listened to a bunch of interviews
Mhm.
with Ryan Johnson.
Yeah.
And like he was saying, like, no, we get a good story and it's nothing like this other one.
Gotcha.
Which I mean, it's good, but I don't know. Like
Yeah.
it's different.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, it's a good watch.
It's worth watching,
It's a
obviously,
must
it's in
watch.
your top
Yeah,
five.
it's a
Alright.
We'll
top
be
10.
reviewing
Okay.
it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited to watch it because again, I just watched Knives Out for the first time
Yeah.
on Christmas Eve.
But
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks that you have to compare the two. But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they are two different things.
yeah,
Gotcha.
Andrew, what
Uh,
we got up for number 8?
Number 8, I already said it. Mike mentioned it. It was Breaking.
Nice.
I don't know why some of you guys are haters. Me, it's mostly hate,
I
but-
still haven't seen it. I got
Hey,
no opinion on it.
breaking over bullet train's fucking crazy.
crazy
Alright,
take.
chill out.
yeah,
So-
it is crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Breaking over bullet train. It is
Or
nuts.
bullet train over breaking.
Yeah,
Whatever.
What do you got for number 8, Mikey?
13 Lives. We talked about
13
it already.
Lives,
That's my
good
number
watch.
8. Great watch on
I
Amazon.
have
We got
13
similar
lives
movies,
to
just different
So
spots.
so 8 is also 13 Lives for me.
Oh,
No,
no. So
okay.
my number 8 is it's actually The Adam Project. I cried like a little girl at the end of that
I
movie.
wish I would have.
Really?
I
I
forgot
forgot about that
Sad
one.
Yeah,
movie.
Mark Ruffalo when well you haven't seen it, so I don't want to spoil it.
No,
But
just-
Mark Ruffalo playing the dad in that
Totally
was really
forgot about
fucking
that
good. And then you got what's his name?
Who else
What
is
the fuck
in
am I playing? Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan
Ryan Reynolds is the main character, and
So
it's
Zoe Saldana.
yeah, dude, it's so good. It's a real heartwarming movie, and it's fun because it's older Ryan Reynolds now. He's like in his like what is he supposed to be like his early 40s or something like that?
mid-40s.
And then he's hanging out with younger him who's like 12 years old.
then the actor that's playing the kid is just like
Mhm.
him.
Yeah.
So you think this movie is better than Hustle?
Yeah.
I think I like Hustle a little bit more.
Well, actually, no, I have Hustle up really high on my list.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
just
earlier when I said I think Hustle's the best Netflix movie of the year.
Easy, but
Oh,
this,
yeah.
this is a sneaky number 2 right there.
Yeah.
Well, now that Glass Onion's on, Glass Onion might take the
Oh, I
cake.
don't.
Sure. Yeah, I guess I wasn't counting.
I don't have the Adam Project.
Yeah,
in
but
mine.
Adam
Yeah, is
Project-
Adam Project and anyone else's top 10?
No,
I haven't watched
it is a
it.
good movie. Like I
Yeah.
actually I forgot
I'm
about that.
taking
when I
my
s-
number 8 because
When
again,
did it come out?
This year.
July.
Yeah, July, August, end of summer.
Damn,
Yeah.
we were doing the
We reviewed it. We
Yep,
reviewed it.
yeah, we reviewed it.
Yeah.
Because I remember I watched
Yeah, we
it
did.
and I
I
like
was
called
excited.
Josh and I was like tearing up. I was like, "What the fuck you make me watch this, man?"
I think we reviewed it. No,
We did not review that.
Did we
No,
not?
we definitely didn't.
No.
Well, I watched it for some reason.
Maybe
I
it's
watched
June, then.
it
Maybe
too.
it's June.
We just talked about it.
Maybe.
I was gonna say I don't
Flip
remember.
to
So
the
then you
cracks,
said 8
but-
for you was also 13
We
lives.
just 13
Number
lives.
7.
Number 7, I had Don't Worry, Darling.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Which-
Defend that,
I-
please.
I do not have that in my top 10.
okay, so
I love you, Florence Pugh, but no.
It was a good movie, but like I said, I mean, I wasn't on that episode. I didn't see the movie
Yeah,
in
me and Aiden
time.
got kicked out.
Because we're doing the hurricane.
there was-
yeah,
Yeah,
you guys are
that's okay.
yeah. We
Oh.
appreciate you.
But after rewatching it, like, I mean, it's just there's so much more that they could have done,
So
and it
That-
it
that
really does
twist-
suck.
That twist at the end
The
just
twist is good.
I don't like it.
So I
it-
like-
but
I
it's,
think
it's so
it's-
subtle. It's
Yeah.
so like, oh, that's it. Snap your finger, like you blink and it's done. But, like that's a whole basis on this entire movie, and they
so that's
show a
one thing
second
I
of it.
would love to see that. I do have this movie kind of high. I went and saw this one with my girlfriend actually, and we both enjoyed it because the twist was something that neither of us expected. Like we were both sitting there, and I feel like there were a couple other people in the movie that were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And it was like
Yeah.
you either thought that was a really stupid twist or you really liked it. I fell in the camp of I really
I
liked
didn't
it.
understand it.
Yeah, or you didn't
It's like Rick and
understand it.
Morty.
But I
Oh, what do we, Mr. Big Brain, Peanut Brain?
No, I didn't understand it.
No, that's,
Oh, yeah.
that's fair. I understood it and I enjoyed it. I would love to see them maybe do a prequel to that movie or something where they can kind of dive into it. I feel like there's a lot you could explore a lot more with it.
They
I
didn't
like-
explore it. That's the thing.
Yeah, and they could have done so much different. Like, I'm just gonna go quick about it, but
Yeah.
like the fact that they're sitting there and they keep doing or holding the glasses and stuff for the earthquake.
Yeah.
Like, all right, show the outside of the train. They're literally in an apartment, a train going by.
Yeah.
Like on their apartment.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, sorry, we gotta hold this because they're in a simulation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
They're
their
in a
whole body.
simulation in this?
Yeah.
The
You didn't
fuck?
see it?
No.
I finished it.
Never watched it.
I thought you watched
Oh,
it.
damn. That's
Well,
a good movie. You should
yeah.
watch it.
And I like
But-
I like the type of movies like that.
No,
it's
it was
categorizing, but
what's her name's way of trying to do a Jordan Peele movie, but the basis of the story.
That's why I
was
liked
great.
it. It felt
but
like
it
a
was
Jordan
like-
Peele movie.
But it's like, damn,
You
we're so
nailed it,
lucky
actually.
that we get good movies and people that can write better. But like, I mean, yeah, it's her
The movie
first.
was beautiful too.
Yeah,
I think
oh,
that
yeah,
was it was a
50s.
really good movie. I like they captured like that
Well,
that era.
what do we
really,
think of
really
Harry
well.
Styles?
shit.
I
But it's
thought he
the-
was all right.
But no, no, it's the fact that
wasn't
we
great,
literally
but he
get
was
20
alright.
minutes of him dancing on stage during their little party, but we get a second of him abducting, stealing, however we know his ex-girlfriend, if they're even dating anymore. We
Yeah,
have no idea.
we don't
and
know.
then bringing her back and putting
Yeah,
eye drops in her
Hey,
eyes.
can we talk about how Harry Styles started fucking the director of this movie?
I mean, yeah,
Like,
hey,
what the fuck is
I'll give him
that?
that. He's better at stealing wives than he is at.
I would have imagine
Acting.
being on set, acting with Florence Pugh, and still trying to falling for another woman. Harry Styles, you're stupid as fuck for that. First,
yeah, I'm not gonna disagree with
though.
Florence
I
Pugh.
thought he was banging both of
Movie.
them.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
In a
If I
few
w-
years.
If
Yeah.
I was acting with Florence Pugh, I would literally. I'm already in love with you, Florence Pugh. But I would.
I know,
I
we know
would
that you're
literally
listening
fall
right
in
now.
love.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
she definitely went home and was like, "What am I doing wrong?"
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was.
Florence, yeah.
I thought it was.
The Harry
I don't
Styles
know. I
is a
think I
wild
had
one.
higher expectations going into it, so it didn't really make my top 10.
That's
But I
fair.
don't think it was bad, and I could definitely see a world where I'd rewatch it. And
I'd like to see more on it.
I
but
like, and I
enjoyed
think
that
Brian should
movie.
watch it. I would
Yeah, 100%. You should watch it, but I
So
mean,
that's
it's
why I'm
just
putting
like,
it in. It's one that you need to watch.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. What do you got up for number 7, Mikey?
So hashtag. We're bringing the hashtag back. Hashtag pray Aiden gets him.
That shit was funny.
Trending everywhere.
Yeah, seriously. But I will
Yeah,
say,
fine.
Prey honestly pleasantly surprised me. I know when we reviewed it, I kind of was sitting on it. I was like,
Mhm.
yeah, it was okay. But the more and more I think about it and just think about the movies that came out this year, this was a good movie, to be honest with you guys.
I'll give it credit because it was a fucking Hulu movie. And
Yeah,
for
exactly.
a
And it was
Hulu-
a good movie, too.
This is actually my number 6 spot.
Because
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
all right.
this is
So
fine.
Netflix movies are usually
good.
pretty bad.
Well,
but then there's
so
Hulu
you
movies
take
underneath.
the idea. You take the idea of the fucking Predator, right? And we all have seen Predator, Alien vs Predator, like
Mhm.
fucking great. Then you throw it in with a bunch of indigenous people. Like, how the fuck are they going to compete? And then you just start fucking
It's a
hitting
good
up.
idea.
It's
Yeah.
It's a
like,
good
God,
idea.
that's badass.
Andrew, was that in your top 10?
It was not, but
Okay, it wasn't in mine either.
that was,
I liked
but
the
it was a
movie a lot.
good movie.
Mhm. You did watch it, right? Like, you watched it when we all did it?
Yeah,
we,
Okay.
we did the review.
it was us and Sanch, all 6 of us.
Yeah.
Yep.
For some reason, though, because I remember we had Sanch, I thought one of us were out.
No,
No,
no.
no.
Every time we have Sanch on, we always have 6.
Nice.
Poor guy. We don't give enough time. But yeah, I think this. I mean, that's a movie like we said earlier that would have been sweet to see in theaters. I think.
Yeah.
because it
100%.
was beautiful. It was like the scope of it was amazing.
It was
And
just
it was
one of those good
unexpected. It
movies
just
where
like it was out on Hulu, and I was like, "Hey guys, this is trending. Maybe we should watch it." And we all watched it and loved it.
Mhm.
So,
you're on the edge of your seat.
yeah,
I think
definitely.
everyone that we all watched it. It was like because like me and Mike just said Hulu movie. I mean Hulu. Goddamn bottom tier. We were all
That Andy
Brother in
Samberg
Christ,
and
Hulu,
Aubrey
man.
Plaza, like Groundhog Day movie, that was a pretty good
Ooh,
one.
this shit fucking sucks.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was pleasantly surprised by
I
it.
maybe
Yeah.
just because I have the ads.
Oh,
But
you
Wow.
gotta
You're
get
just,
it, you
you're
gotta
just a
get it.
broke boy.
Yeah.
I would never, I would never pay money for.
Oh, I put it on the spot.
I'd rather just
Credit
not
card.
watch it.
Damn. Okay. Can I do-
Oh yeah.
We should all have a community login.
What do you got for number 7?
7, I had Black Panther.
Okay.
I also
Okay.
have Black Panther at number 7.
So I have
Bullet
Black
Train
Panther
instead.
a bit higher. I actually have it. I think I have it at number 4.
You got
Oh,
it
wow.
four?
Yeah,
Nice. And you said you got Bullet Train as your number 7. Nice. Andrew, number 6.
number 6. I have Barbarian that we already spoke
Yeah,
on.
good,
Okay.
good watch, good watch. Mikey.
Okay. Well, 6 for me is Black Panther 2.
Okay.
Okay.
I've talked about it already, but best Marvel movie of the year, obviously.
Yep. easy.
And there's
So besides Aiden, really, we're all kind of around the same part.
Yeah,
guess
Yeah,
4. I'm
for
a
the
little
most
bit
part.
higher.
Okay.
but
Yeah, with my 6, I had Black Phone. So
Nice.
yeah, right
Okay,
above.
good watch.
Black Panther.
My number 6 coming in with Prey.
Okay.
Yep.
And we just talked about
I'm
Prey.
glad I can switch it up, boys.
Yeah, sure.
What you got?
Number 6 I have is The Menu.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I-
I'm
I-
upset
I
with
didn't
myself.
see it, and I
didn't
heard
see
it was
I
good.
really
So
enjoyed
let me
it.
don't spoil.
I won't spoil it, but it's a good ass show. Good ass
Movie.
movie. You should
I like
definitely
the
watch
menu
it.
too. I don't think I think it's a product of me like not liking that type of movie, to be honest with
So
you.
it's not your top 10.
Not my top 10,
Not
but
mine
it is a
either.
good watch 100%. And I would
Yeah,
definitely
I'm very eager to watch that one.
I would tell
still.
someone go
Me
watch
too.
it 100%.
I
But
just
that was
think
when,
I
like,
like
six-
it because it was a sleeper. Like
Okay.
it's not one of those movies
You weren't
where you,
expecting it.
yeah, I expected nothing out of it, and I actually enjoyed it enough to put it in my top 6.
Yeah, because when I watched the trailer, I guess I thought more of it. I was like, "Is this like a battle royale type thing or something like that?"
Yeah.
Like the
It
Blanco
was
pod, right?
like a thriller.
Yeah, I
basically.
was like, I wasn't sure what to expect, so we didn't know really going into it. But yeah, it was a sleeper, and it was a lot
Mhm.
better than what we were expecting, and I liked the ending a lot. But yeah, I mean, it barely didn't crack my top 10. So, but I would recommend it. And after watching, it, I was like, damn, I wish Brian and Andrew would have saw it.
Yeah, I got it.
No,
That was
especially
when
as
I
well.
got back from Chicago and I was sick as fuck for like
I
a
was
week and a half.
sadly in Hawaii.
Oh, sad. Unfortunately.
So you missed out.
Poor guy.
I
on seeing
couldn't-
the movie.
couldn't
All right,
catch
so what
up.
you got up for number 5, Andrew?
Number 5, I don't know if you guys are gonna even have this in your top 10, but I had Nope. Actually,
I didn't get to see that one.
I didn't
Okay.
either.
No.
Oh, all
I
right.
have
Nope.
5.
Nope, didn't
5
see
is
it.
Prey.
Okay.
4 is no.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll speak on Nope a little bit. Jordan Peele movie. So
Go ahead.
expectations are really high for this one, just because he, in my opinion, Get Out and Us were pretty knocked out of the park. Get Out, I'd put him in order though. I will say that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'd go Get Out, Us, and then Nope. With that said, Nope is a new take on an alien movie.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that before.
I need-
without spoiling anything.
I'm
I
gonna
didn't
say
really
this
know
now.
that movie.
I haven't watched any of his movies.
Really? Not even
Really?
And
Nope's on.
What?
Nope's on HBO.
Really?
Nope is literally on.
HBO, right?
No, it's on Peacock.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
definitely see it.
okay, can we talk about this really quick? What the fuck is up with all these streaming services?
We just got
like,
cable again, my boy.
like seriously,
We got rid
can
of
we just-
cable.
Yeah, we're going full circle.
They just found a they
No,
found a
no,
way
can-
to make
can
cable
Disney-
more expensive.
The cable is sitting there like the South Park, Josh.
Disney
Like,
just
oh,
buy-
you want to come back to us?
Can just buy all the streaming services?
Oh
and put
God,
out
no!
one-
Please, no.
Okay, no, actually, let me take that back. Let me
No,
take that back.
we do not need that monopoly.
We have Hulu and Disney Plus.
Yeah, if you're gonna give it to someone, give it
Disney's
to
already a
Apple,
monopoly.
probably.
Yeah, they're
No,
right.
Let Apple
Sell it to
control.
Sony, bro.
Or Sony. Yeah.
Just
No.
someone
Off
random.
topic. Off topic.
What you
Tarantino's new. I mean, he just wrote it realistically,
Yeah.
so I mean, it
It's
could
like
be
a series,
years.
right?
HBO, Apple, or Amazon.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's HBO or Amazon.
Probably
It's
HBO.
definitely not Apple.
Yeah.
I don't know with what we got from Severance though. I could see Apple picking that up.
No, but
But that's like
Nope wasn't in my top 10, but it was borderline, I'd say.
Yeah, I did it.
I think I liked it. I think I liked it more than Bullet Train and stuff like that. But
Was it? Was it in my top 10?
Nope.
Nope.
That's what you got for number 5 then.
it was
Like
4. It was good.
For my 5th, I think we talked about it already. Black Phone.
Oh, yep.
Nice.
Fair.
yeah, and I believe I just had my 5th one, Glass Onion, which we just talked about.
Okay.
Okay.
So it does break my
Haven't
top
seen
5.
it yet. Review coming next week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So 5 for you was
Prey.
Prey, and then what's your 5th?
5 for me is actually greatest beer run ever.
Okay.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah, again, that movie, I don't know what I was expecting at all, but the second they took the turn and talked about the part of Vietnam that nobody ever fucking talks about, where the media was fucking lying the whole way through, so that way US citizens felt like we had a reason to fucking be there. No, when they made that turn and you get to see, what's his name, Chippy? Yeah, so
Yeah.
seeing Chippy like actually like come to his senses, like and again when he goes and meets when he gets to his second friend Dugan,
Yep.
Dugan's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? And he's running through the battlefield just trying to crack
Yeah.
beers with them. Like, yeah, that took the turn that I did not expect, and because
Yep.
of
Was
that,
that dark?
Hmm?
It took a dark turn or no?
It wasn't
like a
dark.
It's
It was
just-
real.
It was just true. It was
Yeah.
true as fuck as to what was actually happening in
With-
Vietnam.
You see some death and stuff like
It's
that.
a
It's dark.
comedic relief to a degree, but like Brian said, it shows you a side that you didn't see.
Yeah,
and I
it's
was
like a
glad-
side that we know about. And again, shout out fucking Joe Bannock for
Yeah.
like actually being a great U.S. history teacher and telling us that. And if it wasn't for his class, like I probably would have never heard about all these fucking lies that.
If
like,
he didn't
were
do his
being
job,
told.
then God forbid I wouldn't know about the Vietnam War.
Yeah, glad he did his
His
job.
history teacher.
No,
God
but-
forbid a history teacher teaches about the Vietnam War.
No, I get what Brian's saying though, and it's cool. If you haven't seen this one, it's on Apple, and it's a true story. So
Mhm.
there's actually a book on this. That was written.
Vengeance in movies.
And this is a really good movie because you get to see a little bit. I mean, you get to see some people get kind of messed up in that movie, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But it was
But
cool.
yeah,
Messed up as in they're getting sloshed or they're getting
like,
fucking
just
killed.
people are getting murdered.
No, and I didn't know about this movie till Brian and Andrew told me to watch it, and I'm glad we reviewed it.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
It was
from
sleeper
Andrew,
for sure.
Andrew had the book first, and then had told us to watch it, and then I watched it like almost
Agreed.
immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check out the YouTube
That, ma-
videos.
that makes one of us, not both of us.
Check
No,
out
but
the
it
YouTube
was
videos.
sleeper
Just
for
did a
sure.
quick show.
Audible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're kind of getting to the interesting part now. I'm curious to see our top four. I
Yeah,
think
these top four is gonna be pretty good.
I think we all have pretty similar top fours.
Two
I
of
could
mine have
say.
already been talked about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Three of mine haven't been talked
So
about.
you gave your fifth, right?
Yes, and now Andrew.
Okay. So number four, which we did already talk about, but I'll just say why. I went with Black Panther. It was the best Marvel movie that came out this year,
Give 'em-
right behind, or the only thing that could maybe top it would have been Morbius. Pretty.
I can't
so-
believe he said that.
so
line.
I still haven't seen. I just seen the end credits from.
We're
So-
recording top 10 worst movies of the year.
Andrew, I'm looking at my top four here.
Yeah.
Clearly, you're missing one because I know you've seen all four of those. So I'm interested to see which one you're missing because I think you like those four that I have more than Black Panther. I'm guessing because they're not even in your top 10. So I have four that have not been mentioned at all. and
Okay, I
think-
might
bet
have
you missed
forget
one.
about one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's possible. I was kind of creating this.
I'm,
list.
I'm curious to see which one.
Okay,
it is.
but I went with Black Panther. I like this movie. Even if you haven't followed the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe, maybe you've only seen the first Black Panther. Watch this movie. I think it's still worth a watch.
Yeah, it was good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mikey, what you got for number four?
Okay. Well, first time we're gonna mention it here. I'm pretty sure you guys have maybe have it a little bit higher up on your list, but my number four movie this year is gonna be The Batman.
Oh, that's my number two spot.
Number four.
So-
Number
That's my
four.
number two spot.
So disclaimer: I never saw that.
Oh, okay, that's
What
what's
the
missing.
Yeah,
I've never seen the best superhero movie we got.
because I was.
It's on HBO.
I know I was out of
The
town
best superhero
when
movies
you
of all
guys went to
time.
go see.
if they leave Matt Reeves the fuck alone and let him run, let this man cook, and he gives us a trilogy, he could beat Nolan.
So hold on. Is this better than The Dark Knight?
Again, this is only the
one-
first one. Comparatively to Batman Begins, yes.
Okay.
Because then again, the Riddler, like being that, like Paul Dano and all that, it's still not a like crazy character.
So what do we think about?
my
What do we
opinion.
think about the Joker?
I
have
kinda
to
don't
see a
wanna see
movie
him
with
yet.
him.
I kind of hope they go the angle where they do Mr.
I hope they
Freeze
do
in the
Mr.
second
Freeze.
one.
That would
Yeah.
be great.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think it should be a build up.
And the Court of Owls.
Court of Owls.
That would be sweet. We never even seen
So
that.
I don't know if you guys watched Gotham before.
I watched like 2 seasons worth of it.
Yeah,
I watched every season of Gotham. The
Mm.
Court of Owls are fucking them.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
They them. That's
They
the Court of
control
Owls.
everything. Those are like
bro.
the
Oh, they're like the
Gotham's
most, they have the
Illuminati.
most power out of it.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
I'm
control
telling you, if we
everything.
can get a good movie with the Court of Owls, I'm
Because they
all
fuck up
for it.
Batman and Bruce Wayne. Like,
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, they completely fuck this
Yeah.
shit up.
but yeah, what was great about the Batman was like we didn't have to waste time on an origin story. We've seen it
Mhm.
100 times,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So
and then
it's
it's
like-
cool too because
it's
when we
year
jump in,
two,
it
like,
was, yeah,
right
year
away.
two,
yeah.
and like you could tell too, like when he goes to fucking pull out the bodysuit, he just fucking hits the ground, and he's like limping, just like oh
Yeah.
I almost like don't want to spoil anything too much for Andrew because
Yeah,
like
No.
Yeah.
I was out of town when I think
It's on
you guys
HBO,
were
you
just-
gotta
I was
watch
in
it.
No,
Florida,
no,
so-
I'm sorry, Andrew. You can fuck off because
it's been out for so
It's been
long.
out for
It's been out
It's been
for.
out for
You know how much we
Yeah.
raved about it. I went and saw it twice back to
I
back.
saw it
and
It
twice.
came out in
like,
February, right?
March.
so you have it at 2.
Yep.
You want to say where you have it at right
yeah,
now?
I believe I want to say I have it at 2.
Okay.
Wow.
Aiden, what do you
Check.
have it at?
And
Number
I bet
one.
it's
Number
Did you
one.
put it
I
on-
have it
Oh,
as
okay. So I will
really-
say this: the top four, I can literally see an argument for any four.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see an argument for any four. And when it comes to DC, I'm probably the biggest DC geek there is here. Just because I've literally watched the dumbest of dumbest shows in the CW
ones.
with the Arrow, the Flash.
Wow, you've seen all
You
those.
just got too much time on your hands.
Legends of Tomorrow. I even watched.
I saw
Mars when
I even watched
Supergirl?
Batgirl. I watched
Jeez.
every season of Supergirl.
That's a-
Melissa Benoit.
That's a DC.
Mike is our official
fangirl.
DC,
Not a-
representative.
And I will say this:
Yeah.
to this day, I still think that DC has better characters than Marvel. Marvel has just done an exceptionally better job of telling those stories of them. The stories I think are pretty hand in hand. Obviously, you can even kind of say that Marvel has better characters. So you can
So you
argue
have this
that.
over Black Adam.
Yeah, sadly.
Alright, just joking.
But I'm really excited
Better
to see
not
the
this
new.
shit.
I'm really excited to see the new leadership with James Gunn.
Again,
I'd like to see
I
just
want
take-
them to
taking the
leave. I
helm.
want them to just leave Matt Reeves the fuck
Well,
alone.
so did you see the thing
And
on
I
Twitter?
don't want the Batman to be in fucking.
Well, this is okay.
Justice
I will
League
say
at
this
all,
though. I
at
will say
all.
this though. If they use the Batman to start the new DC universe with James Gunn, I wouldn't be opposed to that.
No.
Well,
But to be
so,
fair,
so on
fuck
Twitter,
no. Fuck no.
no, because Matt Reeves, or James Gunn tweeted out saying like we're gonna start with Matt Reeves and build off his story and
Mhm.
stuff like that. Start off his to make it a universe from his Batman, and he just tweeted at him, please no.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just kidding. So
yeah.
they're not.
Yeah.
James Gunn literally came out and said like we're not touching. it.
No,
We're
Matt
just gonna let
Reeves,
him do his
like
thing.
Pattinson, like he's great on his
Dude,
own.
we all thought he'd suck.
He is so
Yeah.
fucking great. I don't know where that came
I'm
from. Where everyone
disappointed
thought
I
he
haven't
sucked
seen it.
because like, oh, it's the Twilight boy. Like, nah, but that's Cedric Diggory right there. Like that boy is the goat. And when we first saw him suited the fuck up and he had the Air Force Ones on,
And
dude.
the Riddler too.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, they need to leave
See,
Matt Reeves.
I
the
really,
fuck
I really
alone.
almost wish they would have had an end credit scene with that Joker scene.
Yeah.
I really wish they would
Mhm.
have put that as like the end credit scene for the Batman because I actually
Yeah, but
I
then that
enjoyed
would have
that
followed
scene.
too much of Nolan's because again at the end Nolan's like, or when he's talking to fucking Gordon's like, you're causing too much trouble. This came for you. And it
Well,
was just a
that's
Joker card,
what
you know?
happens when you try to tell the same story of the same character 4 fucking times in your
Yeah,
life.
but
Yeah.
you know, it's different, you know, and that's why I'm glad
It doesn't have to be different as long as it's good.
Well, even
No, it
and then,
does.
too, like
Like it does because again, I genuinely do believe if they let Matt Reeves cook and they let him do what he wants,
Mhm.
this will be the only contender we will see in our lifetime to go against Nolan's. Which is why I don't want to see him follow. Like I would be upset if Joker was the second one, you know, and the trilogy was kind
Well,
of.
I'm
the
not
same.
saying Joker being the second one. Even like throw Joker in at the end and then have him be the main villain for the third one. Even
Yeah, something like
Corval.
that.
Also
I
the
don't know. I'd be
second-
fine with them doing a trilogy and not having the Joker. at
yeah, and
all.
again, I'd
Like,
be
they
okay
already
with that
showed
too.
him, but I
Mhm.
mean, it's too late.
Yeah, because
You
he's
guys
better
already
as
showed
fuck.
or
They
or
already
you
put
can
him
do
in, like-
you can do 4 movies with the Joker as the 4th one.
Yeah, to be
And-
honest, I hope that they do more than a trilogy with this.
But
man.
like, imagine seeing like Clayface or someone. else.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Where you get another
That'd be cool.
edition of fucking Two-Face or even like fucking Mad Hatter going crazy or Hush.
another Rob.
Hush would be fucking
That'd be
sick.
cool.
to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, Hush, yeah.
Yeah. So
There's
Joker's got his own trilogy going on. Anyway,
Mhm.
so.
Which the
Not
Joker
okay.
movie is awesome. Like the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
I don't know why they're making a second one. That's
It's a
just
musical,
good
right?
bro, I'm a
standalone
big Lady Gaga. I like Lady Gaga. I like her music. I think
Oh.
she's a good actor too.
But
And I'm
there's
actually-
no need to ruin a solid film by making a second one.
Okay,
They
let's.
may not ruin it.
They may not ruin it though.
Give them a break.
I don't know how. I
have-
don't know how.
they're
The,
gonna fucking-
I don't know
I
how
guess
the
I'm
Joker's
curious.
gonna tie in with the musical. But
There's
Yeah.
no way it's gonna end.
but to be fair, that's my number 4, the Batman. And I will say, going forward, the top 4 movies probably can be interchangeable. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
what you got?
My number 4, Avatar: The Way of Water.
Okay, so I have that in my top 4. I won't say what.
Yeah, so,
what number it is
so
yet.
Aiden and Brian haven't seen it. I'm guessing Mike has it higher too. Clearly he hasn't said it yet. But
Fuck Avatar.
Yeah, fuck it.
we just did an episode.
These guys are
Yeah.
idiots. They are standing alone on
literally-
on the
let me
hill
say
of
this,
they
let me say
hate
this.
they hate Avatar.
I was dying on that hill too, but the episode before we did Avatar, I was
Yeah,
like,
you guys need
it's
to listen
and it's
to
still
it.
fucked James Cameron to this day. To be honest with
I
you,
agree with
he's
that.
the cocky son of a
Hey,
bitch.
how funny was that damn video of him on Twitter when he's like going out? Everyone's like,
Oh,
James,
yeah, and he flips
sign
him
this,
off.
please.
Yeah.
He's going. Look,
Yeah, no, he's an asshole.
fuck Avatar. I was done. I literally watched that video and I had tears coming out of my eyes. Just the fact that people switch that
Yep.
quick. And then he rolls the window down, the guy that opens the door, like security guards cracking up. And then the window rolls down like that much. You just see this. Like,
Fuck James
fuck
Cameron.
Avatar.
Fuck James Cameron.
This movie sucks. Everyone.
But
Oh
I
my
I
God.
was in the same boat as Aiden and Brian.
So
And
was
I was saying fuck Avatar. I'm not excited to see Avatar 2. Go fucking see it. I have it at number 3. That's
Yeah,
that's my
make
pick.
sure that make sure you don't have anything to do. And he
It's-
has
it's
3
long.
hours. Put
Yeah,
3 hours
But see in
aside.
3D too, because I hate 3D movies. And I think you guys
Yep,
are with
we
me.
do too.
Can't do
I
it.
thought so. I thought that
3D.
I always get
So I think 3D is finally there.
they
but
shot
what-
so they shot this movie with 3D cameras.
It's where we've been promised 3D movies for the past.
Why
Like,
they shoot with
15
3D
years.
cameras when it's all CGI?
I mean, I don't know. I really, bro, I can't even explain it. Like there was scenes, there were
They
scenes
didn't
like
throw someone in the fucking screen.
guys, there's scenes where like the characters are kind of just sitting there like looking around and like it's just for you to take it in. Like there was parts where like whoa,
Josh
like,
yeah.
shot his hand
and there's not even action scenes.
Oh, really?
I swear to God, there was
It's not in the
where
theater.
there were scenes
These guys are haters.
there
Haters.
were scenes where I was
They're gonna
I was
watch that
literally
movie.
I was literally looking at the camera and I was like, holy
Yeah.
fuck. Like it's
You're
that
feeling
it
it?
looks that good.
That's why they're doing it.
It
So
looks
do you guys
that
plan on
good.
seeing the movie?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, like
totally.
I said, my uncle yesterday, he was like, "I'm like, let's get high as fuck." and go see Avatar."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was dying.
I want to hear your opinion after you watch it. And you're probably
Yeah, same here.
you're that egotistical where you're probably be like, you know what, it's still a dog shit movie, even though you secretly like
Dude,
it.
I could, but like
But I'm telling you, dude,
but I'm never gonna do that. If I enjoyed it, I'm gonna say I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna
Okay.
sit there and just
I
be
think-
like, "Wow, that was
puff
shit."
your chest,
Yeah.
let the hair show, and fucking let us know if you fucking like it or not. Then,
It's
baby.
I gotta watch it first.
Okay.
No,
I think
I
I
think
think I like it.
No,
I
because
think
I
I
think
like
all
it.
3 of us like ate our words because I was not excited to see this movie.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, but I mean, but then I could go there and absolutely hate it, and you'd be like, "Oh, you're just
So-
saying."
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I-
They'd be like, "Oh, we got you haters. You didn't like it from the start."
No,
No, so I
Yeah,
watched the first movie obviously when it came out and didn't care for it, and I just rewatched it before I went.
sucked again.
I went. This movie still kind of sucks.
It's good.
but I'll appreciate the CGI and and the technology that they put into it.
So,
So I went.
why-
I went to go see the second movie, and I thought I didn't like the first one. I watched it yesterday.
Mhm.
I walked out of the fucking movies and was like, "When is Avatar 3 coming?"
For a week, and I'm still thinking about it. I'm not even
So
you guys
would
are
you
missing out.
three-
You're missing out.
I
But
want
would
to
you
watch it
three
again.
go and
We
wait
can
at that door for him to walk out and try to get an autograph?
Oh,
And sign that
no.
autograph? And he's like, Avatar.
I would start with fuck Avatar.
No, but it's to the point
If
where
I
the three
saw
of us-
him.
the 3 of us are debating going to see it again in IMAX, pay even more money to go see it again because we
Yes.
want to get that
Jesus
experience.
Christ.
Yeah.
And I will say this: if I seen James Cameron, I would literally tell him to his face, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah.
just because he's so cocky.
Back.
Just so,
Yeah, I
'cause
mean,
he's
duh.
cocky.
But he's putting out good.
But he
work.
also gave us Terminator.
Yeah.
I don't give
So-
a fuck. He,
All right.
Whatever,
No,
dude.
enough of the
And Titanic.
All right.
And
Regardless,
Yeah,
hey,
for no-
my 2 cents real quick is that it's not even the fact. It's not that I don't like want to watch this movie.
Mhm.
It's just the fact that if there's a first movie and I can't remember one name of a
I couldn't
character
remember
or
a
what
single
even
name.
happened.
when you were 10 years
I
old,
literally remember they were having hair sex.
Yes,
That's the
they had
only
the
thing I
hair
remember.
sex,
the
And
hair
they're
sex.
blue,
You were
they're
10
tall
years
as shit.
old.
And then
Doesn't matter, that's the
the,
only thing.
Played the
the
scene
lesbian
one time.
If it has,
from
if
Fast
it
and
hasn't,
Furious showed up.
if it hasn't sat with me and I have no urge to go see the second one.
I'll be the first to tell you. I don't remember a single.
Yeah,
fucking
Aiden, I
thing
didn't
from
remember watching the
one.
first one. I didn't remember any characters' names. I
I'm
still-
with you, and I say that too. Like, if I were
It's
to
not good
rate the first
storytelling.
one, I'd
The
give
first
it a
one's
fucking
obsolete.
I think the second
45.
one's way better than the
Interesting.
first.
But then the other thing too
It's
is how
groundbreaking.
are they? Well, the first one is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
how
you
are they
can't
like
disagree with
fighting
that.
for
And
a
the second
tree
one.
in the first one, and then how they end up in water?
Dude, if
Can
I
they
text
explain that?
if
No?
you guys texted
No,
me,
they do.
if you guys texted me saying that's one of the best movie theater experiences I've ever had, I'd sprint to the theaters. to go
I'd
see
be
it. So
running
the fact that you
to
guys are
the
still hating
theater.
on it this much, I
Shut
didn't give
the
it a
fuck
chance.
up.
3 hours
Yeah.
to go sit there.
No, I'm saying don't shit on it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I've seen.
All right.
I will shit on it. until I see it.
No, if you hate it, then you hate it. But
My number 4, I already said it. It's Hustle. It's a good fucking movie.
Okay.
It's very
A
cute.
little
Again,
too high.
Again, but for me, again, it's all personally how I watched it. And like I said, I've rewatched this bitch 3-4
Fair,
times now.
fair.
So that's my 4th movie for the year. What you got for number
My
4?
4th spot is no.
Nice.
Okay.
oh, wow.
Good movie.
Andrew, what you got it for 3?
All right, so top 3 we're in here
Yep.
now.
Okay.
Number
It's
3
big.
here was a pleasant surprise. I'm not sure if any of you have it, but mine is Top Gun.
You know, I was gonna ask you guys if it made your top 10 because I still never watched it, and I remember you two fucking
It's a
loved
great
it.
Go
movie.
see it.
So
Yeah. You guys had so much fun with
I
that
think we all
movie.
four of us gave it.
I
have it in my two
had,
spot.
I had no plans to see that movie. I don't
Yeah,
think
no.
any of us did.
I could care less.
And I don't know what it was. If it was John, one of us was like, you know what? Hey, the reviews are really good.
You hadn't even seen the original,
I
right?
think it was.
No, I hadn't even seen the original, and I
I think
was
it was
like,
a Tuesday.
yeah, we
It
were
was,
like,
it was summertime. I
we were like, let's go check it out. I walked out of the theater and was like, holy shit, that
You
was
about
an
to go
awesome
get
movie.
before like go sign up. to
Yeah,
join the
yeah, I was joining the
activity.
airport. No, thank you. Thank you for the veterans, but no, that's not for me.
Yeah, 'cause that was our second. That was our
Safe
second
and
episode.
safe.
Really?
That's not for
Yeah.
me.
Well,
But yeah, that was an awesome movie. And then you gotta acknowledge that Tom Cruise and this cast are flying the fucking planes in
Yeah.
real life.
they
literally-
were.
They are,
They-
yeah.
they-
I think no.
They actually went through pilot training.
Yeah,
and-
but I think Tom Cruise is the only one that actually like pilots. his
Okay.
plane,
Alright.
which is ridiculous.
Say this. Let me say this. Tom Cruise really is a piece of shit. If you hear about
Yeah, he
like
is.
the onset stuff he does, like it's pretty fucked up.
He's kind of an ass.
But to be fair, if there's a that's him,
Is he running away and go?
Tom
and
Cruise
banging
is
the
fucking him,
director?
for being honest with you. Like
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is him with all the stunts he does for himself.
Yeah.
All the great movies he's given
And
us.
he's a short king. He makes us look good.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. How tall is Tom Cruise?
5'7",
5'7" or yeah.
5'8".
Yeah.
5'8" Kings Unite, man.
No, so that was a real pleasant
Idiot.
surprise.
Fake
I'm
ass and
glad
Tom
you
Cruise.
made it up there because again, I do remember how much fucking fun you guys had with it.
Well, so
Yes.
I'll,
Great
I'll
movie.
say this: that's my movie of the year. That's my number one.
That's your number one.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright. Damn, Josh.
I loved
okay.
it.
All right, Mikey. What you
So
got up?
for me then, that's my
Yeah,
number
but-
3 is we just talked about it. Fuck.
Batman.
Batman.
No.
You said Batman.
Top Gun.
No. My number 3 is Avatar. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
okay.
I was getting
Gotcha.
confused. So
Oh,
number
okay.
2 is Top Gun. I put at number 2.
Okay, yeah, we're all these top three are all going to be probably
Yeah, so
pretty
you had
similar.
Avatar.
I can definitely tell you guys I don't have Avatar on my top
Yeah,
three.
we
You
haven't
didn't
fucking
see it.
seen it.
You blind fucking
Yeah,
bat.
so my 3 is a new movie that we talked about yet. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
That's actually
That's my
my
number
movie of the
3.
year.
Okay, I have that in my
Okay.
top three.
And that
as
should be
well.
top 3 for
That's
everyone.
my number
Yep.
three.
That's
and
that's
movie,
my number
It's
one. That's my
just
number
so
two.
visually fucking appealing. The story is
And he got
good.
snubbed from the.
Yeah, it just got
Oscars.
snubbed again.
And it was like cheap to
Bullshit,
make.
dude.
It wasn't crazy.
And then on top of
That's
that,
how all
too,
those A24 movies.
what's
are.
her name? The daughter wasn't even originally supposed to be in the movie, and the main
Oh.
villain was supposed to be the husband, and like, and they
Oh,
had it
really?
reworked different. And then this lady came in and fucking killed it.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine that movie without the daughter, dude.
Yeah.
Just like, and again, like you're going through this constant battle, and like she's talking about how she's going to find her in every dimension ever. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then you have this thing with like a daughter and her mom where like they hate each other, but it's because they love each other. So
Yeah.
like it's a beautiful thing to fucking see.
I what would you call it, like a multiverse concept?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
What could-
It was
the
Doctor
Doctor
Strange.
These motherfuckers were like,
Fucking better.
yo,
than
this
that.
is just Doctor Strange, or they go, this is just everything everywhere all at once, but shittier.
100%.
So yeah, that's number 1 for me. And honestly, like
Mhm.
that really might be a top 25 movie of all time.
Yeah, that
was an awesome movie.
We could talk about that in like a couple years because I still will
Check out our
that
review for that
relevant.
one. That was,
Yeah.
I would probably speak high. I think we all gave it high ratings. But I
Yeah.
would speak
Yeah, I mean,
higher
clearly
of
it was a
now.
movie that came out before we started the podcast, and like it made us want to go back.
Yeah,
and
we know
watch
about
We
it.
never mentioned that it's movie of the year, so
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
And
but-
I think that's the highest rating I gave a movie this year.
Yeah.
So pretty on par with where
Yeah,
we're at
sure.
when we talked about it. And
Yeah.
that's my
it's
number
good.
1.
It's emotional. It has action.
Mhm.
Yeah, the
It's
action's
great
great.
storytelling, and the visuals are
Yep.
good too. So.
Yeah, and you never
Yeah.
What
never
did
knew it was
you-
gonna happen next.
Did you say your three?
My
No,
three
I
is
gotta say-
everything.
I gotta say
everywhere.
my three.
Yeah,
Okay.
My three is actually I already said it. Black Phone.
Okay.
I put it Black Phone
Okay.
at number 3.
Alright.
Love that movie.
And
High for me, but
your 3 is everything.
My three is everything. Everywhere.
Everywhere.
I'm curious to see your top
Okay.
2.
so now we're in top two here, and we just said my number 2, or Aiden did. I did Everything Everywhere All at Once for my number 2.
Nice.
Definitely a movie worth seeing.
Yep.
So yeah, my number 2 is Top Gun. We just talked about that.
Nice.
Yeah. It's crazy to see a lot of our movies here obviously are pretty interchangeable.
Yeah.
These top three, but
Again, we are friends that hang out all the fucking time. We like so.
yeah, but
so, like,
it's
you
it
can't
should,
be some shot.
it should speak numbers that these are
Oh,
actually good
100%,
movies. If
yeah.
you want, any of us could speak out and say, you know what? No, I think number 2 is, Don't Worry, Darling.
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
know,
I get it.
Mm.
Something, but
I'm glad Don't Worry Darling's not anyone's top 3, right?
No.
no,
What you got
that
for
was
number
my
My
second.
number 2 is the Batman.
Yeah,
Okay.
my number 2 is also the Batman.
Yeah.
My number 2 is Top Gun.
Okay.
Best.
Okay, and then one back.
All right. And
All right,
here we
so
are.
number one movies. I put number one as Avatar: The Way of the Water.
Okay, now, okay, now,
This guy's wearing blue.
Okay, so-
Yeah, I might be
Favorite
one.
color was
yeah, so
Oh,
for
you were in
this guy's taking
4
over.
different shades of blue, bro.
yeah, so for movie
Blue. I have 0 blue eyes.
for movie of the year, Blue
At-
Sox.
blue socks.
Mine's black.
This guy doesn't
Black.
understand.
This guy's colored black.
Blue underwear.
So
Fine.
James Cameron did actually pay me to say that for this
So
episode. No,
So for
black.
movie of the year, each of us should explain why we made it movie of the year.
Shows your
Yeah.
okay.
that.
Brief.
It's
Yeah,
so
no,
weird.
I think that's fair. So I gave Avatar the number one spot for me because, like I just said with these guys, I walked into that movie and thought it was going to be absolute shit. I was
now you're changing your lifestyle.
yeah. Now I'm
He's
gonna
he bought a pool.
I'm swimming every day. No, that
He's
movie
trying to-
is
trying to-
absolutely stunning. You should definitely go see it. If you're like these two losers over here that are gonna stick on their high horse and never go see it, yeah, they're gonna.
Fuck James Cameron still.
Yeah,
Great movie though.
absolutely fantastic movie. It is emotional. It doesn't have any major twists, but it has events that happen that you're still kind of shocked with in the movie without spoiling anything. Check out a review on it. But no, this is definitely my number one spot. But I will say that these top three are kind of interchangeable.
Yeah.
But that movie, I think it's just taking number one because my bar was set so low and I was blown away. So that's why I'm
And we talked about that before, like when it comes to movies and expectations, like you're gonna enjoy something more if it exceeds your expectations. And I think a lot of the movies that we don't like are because we have too high expectations and vice versa.
Yeah, and I think we should say that about most of our top threes are all the same. I know some of you guys had the Batman in there, which I didn't see. I know I'm an idiot for that. But I mean,
Good choice of words.
yeah.
Yeah.
Top Gun and Everything Everywhere All at Once were movies that like us five did not think were going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Those two. Avatar had the hype
We
behind
didn't
it.
see Top Gun until like a month after or 2 months after it got released.
Well, me and Andrew saw it with you guys for the second time.
Yeah.
Oh
Me and him saw it
yeah.
twice.
Well
Yeah,
yeah.
because we went by
Well, the
ourselves because
thing
no
is-
one was going with
is-
us, and we're like, fuck it, we'll go see it.
That's the thing about Top Gun, which makes it a top 3 movie of the year, is that one, you had no expectation to go see it. None of us saw it opening night. I mean,
No.
maybe you two did.
No, we
but
didn't. We still saw it.
nobody
We
did.
definitely
None
saw
of
it
us saw it.
later, and it was the fact like, wow, it's better than the
'Cause I
first
think you
one.
and Mike saw it after it hit $1 billion.
Yeah.
'Cause it was still in
Didn't it
theaters.
cross 2
No,
billion?
I think it was before.
It crossed
Was it?
2 billion, I think.
No, it didn't.
No, I don't
I
think,
don't think
so.
so. Not worldwide.
It was just the fact that if
Oh,
they can
that's
do a
cool. Fuck
movie,
me then.
what 20 plus years after the original, and it's
Yeah.
better than
And
the
it's better.
original,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
like
Like,
that's
pretty
that's a
amazing.
W.
But yeah, so my number one, Avatar. Mike, was your number one?
So my number one movie of the year we talked about already, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Great
Um,
movie.
Just a great fucking movie, honestly. Like we talked about already, the visuals, and I just like the concept, like the multiverse concept, and
Something different. That was
it's
a very
just
different,
it's different.
movie.
It's outlandish, like the fucking hot dog thing.
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
shit like that. Like you would
It's
think
an
like if it wasn't a
original.
good movie and if it wasn't original storytelling, then we'd be shitting on that. Like, oh, who the fuck puts that in a movie? But
Mhm.
because it was such a good movie and the plot was so good,
It's
It was-
original
it was-
IP. Like,
and it was
yeah.
goofy. I mean, the fucking
Yeah, the
end of
dumbass
the
rock scene.
Yeah, and
the
it's
rock.
just
the,
too
ba-
rock.
the fucking bagel, like
the
the
bagel. Like,
like
it was
that-
dumb, but it was good.
You know, the one guy that played Penguin in
Colin
huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Phil.
about the rocks.
He's like, how did they film that?
Yeah.
And they're like, they're like 2 rocks. Like, it's like, really? Like, you thought there was more to it. Like, there's no way that you thought that there was any more to that.
No, they actually converted real people. into rock
Yeah.
actors.
Like,
Yeah.
bro, I love
Down.
playing the
They
rock.
found 2 rock actors.
Yeah. But no, for me, honestly,
CGI.
Everything Ever All at Once might be a top 25 movie of all time, just for me in general.
Okay.
yeah.
2022
Awesome
or
movie.
not.
Yeah, so my movie of the year was Top Gun.
Okay.
It was a movie where I wasn't expecting anything. I had zero expectations, and I'm noticing that a lot with my list is mainly movies that I didn't really have too much expectations for. Maybe
Yeah.
outside like the Batman and stuff like that. But I still remember like even when me and Andrew went and saw it for the first time, and like he's going on that test flight and he's trying to hit Mach 10, and it looked beautiful. And
Yeah.
I like that caught me by surprise that that's what this movie was. And then even doing the research after the fact about how they trained for this movie and had to learn like better breathing patterns when they're actually up in the cockpit,
Yeah.
and going down.
Yeah, and there's
having the
also
seatbelts to sit
I
on.
read that there's also a scene where I think it's the third act of the movie, but he's like flying the plane. there's a point where his head like blasts into the
Yeah.
ceiling and like it actually does, and they were like originally like, hey, maybe we should do that again. They're like, no, that's real, keep it. Like
Yeah.
because he actually like smashed into the ceiling, kind of got a little.
Yeah, like the action scenes aren't like, oh, how
I
did
gotta
they?
watch them?
Yeah, you got to check it
The
out.
action
man.
scenes aren't like, oh,
on,
how did they do
Paramount,
it?
I think.
It's on Paramount
I have
Plus.
Paramount. Can I rent it on Amazon?
Probably.
But yeah, so it's like when you watch those action scenes, it's like, oh, how did they do that? Or I wonder how that was done or anything like that. It's just
It's real.
like you feel like you're actually there with them. Like they're actually
Seeing
how
it,
they're actually
you
enduring.
can't
this.
see it in theaters now, but
Seeing it in theaters is really cool.
theaters.
Can
Yeah,
you
we
rent it
watch
on a theater
shit.
for me so I can watch it?
Yeah, we can go rent it.
Can we?
It's like
I'm
$40
gonna-
On the small guy's
Yeah,
credit card.
It's literally like $40 to rent out a like MJR theater.
Do you
Yeah.
play anything?
You can
Yeah.
play anything that they have like
Yeah.
showing, I think.
Alright.
So then you might be able to pay an
Maybe.
extra
Probably
20 and get Top Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll give you $100 for the theater. Play Top Gun for me.
All right.
What you got,
Brian.
number one?
Number one spot for the 2022 year is the same as Michael's Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Good movie.
W.
I had heard tons of great things about it, and I was so excited that we did it as a rewind, correct?
Yep.
Because we technically
No, it wasn't rewind because it came out
Oh,
this year. So
So we just
we
attached
just
it
threw it
on
on
else.
Friday.
Friday.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
So
Because it's
so
somebody-
I was very excited because I was waiting for a reason to like watch it. I'm very lazy if you haven't realized, and like if I don't have a reason to do something, I probably won't.
You made it
And
here tonight.
Fair.
this movie was one of those ones where it's like, fuck, I'm an asshole. Like when it comes to Top Gun too, like I need to see this movie. I won't do it. Finally sat down and watched it, and again I rented it off Amazon, and I watched it both nights back to back because I was like, I paid for it, and that was really fucking good.
Yeah, let me check that. out.
Loved it. I already kind of went on a tangent when it had got brought up for your number 2 or number 3. Yeah, well, I said everything I really wanted to say about that. It's just from start to finish, you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. It's an original movie, and then the biggest thing is just how visually fucking appealing that movie is.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yo, movie of the year for sure.
W.
Yeah, I mean, my number one spot movie of the year is The Batman.
Okay.
Nice.
I
I
thought
feel
that.
really dumb. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Yeah,
No, it's 100%. That's the other thing. Too, it's like, I'm saying that's my number one spot. I've only seen the movie once. I've never
Okay.
seen it again. It's
Yeah.
on HBO, and I scroll through it every
I'll
day.
watch
and I
it.
It's
still,
not twice in theaters.
yeah, like I
Yeah.
want to rewatch it, but like then again, I hate rewatching stuff because there's so many
It
movies
is
out there
long,
that I
though.
haven't seen.
Yep.
So why rewatch a movie when?
I rewatched it when I was what Lego set did I have? I have some Batman Lego set out.
Just from,
Like,
like-
out in the background.
Even that, like, just the first time watching it and like going to the theater, like that was one movie where we were fucking like, come on, like we like counting the days down. Like,
Yep.
we
Yeah,
could not
bro.
And
wait. to
even
go
from the
see it.
start, where like the Riddler's just watching the house.
And there's just
Yeah.
everything that you
Watch
think
it tonight.
Yeah.
everything you think is gonna happen doesn't happen.
No,
and it's
man.
just
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
like
so the Riddler
dark
is
and
played by that creepy
mysterious.
guy
Yeah.
from Prisoners. Like they
Yeah.
found the
Oh,
perfect
Paul
like,
Dano, the
yeah.
good ass
Yeah.
actor.
And
So
what's cool too is
We'll
that
do
he's
that movie this
actually
year.
A fucking
Yeah, we'll rewind
detective
it.
in this. He
Yeah,
is
he's
the
like-
world's smartest detective, like
Yeah.
he's supposed to be. It
but then
reminded me
again,
of
he's not
Arthur
even the
Fleck.
smartest. It's like it's like an origin story. So
Mhm.
he's only been Batman for like
Okay.
2 years.
Yep.
Yeah, he's still
And he's
doing
still
it.
like he doesn't know how to do some of the shit. He doesn't know, like he just whoops people's ass.
Yeah.
and that's
That's
it.
cool.
I bet
But,
it's-
yeah,
Dude,
But
that
it's
fucking
sweet.
that scene
I
though.
definitely
yeah.
gotta. I might.
When he
It's
watched
on Friday.
his silhouette walking out of the tunnel.
Let me watch it tonight.
I'm for sure gonna rewatch it.
When I seen that scene in the fucking trailer for the
Mhm.
first time, I was like, bro, I don't care
Yeah.
what happens. If we're doing World War fucking 3, I'm going to see that movie.
Yeah.
It definitely
Like-
sucks that you didn't get the experience in the theater.
Like, I
but
don't care if I was
it's,
getting drafted the next day. The fucking last thing
I'm
I'm
seeing
doing is
this.
I'm seeing this fucking movie.
movie
And
is
like thinking about it,
fucking
I probably could change it with Avatar, even Top Gun. I can put that in my top 2.
Mhm.
But like I said, like the top 4 are pretty interchangeable for me in my opinion.
Well, it's pretty cool that most of us all had different ones besides you and Brian.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We all had
well,
different movie of the year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 of us.
Yeah.
4 different number 1 overall
I
picks.
mean, like I said, it doesn't help that some of us haven't seen.
Well, yeah, he's
Yeah,
Avatar,
I was
you
gonna
haven't
say,
seen
Still,
Avatar.
it is cool that
But
we all
it's
have
still
different
yeah.
thoughts.
No,
Yes.
everything everywhere all at once.
But it
It's
does
not
suck
getting top by top.
After everyone
That's fair.
explaining
No
like their top
disrespect.
10
That's fair,
movies
yeah.
of the year,
Like, I'm
Yeah.
sure
like
it's a great
this
movie.
year definitely fucking sucked.
Yeah, we didn't. We
Realistically,
we do have.
compared to years from before.
And yeah, that could be due to everything that's been happening. But
Yeah.
we got a good lineup of movies this year. coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty. I mean,
Mhm.
starting
It's
off.
starting quick with Ant-Man is February.
Yep.
And then that's
Isn't there some?
Freeze in
Is
March,
there some?
John Wick 4 in
Nothing
March.
huge in January, right?
January's nothing really.
Okay, but after that, it starts rolling.
once Ant-Man
We
comes
get
out,
that
it's
Winnie the
nonstop,
Pooh horror movie, Blood and Honey.
which is February.
That's
I
gonna
think.
be
That
so
was
good.
that was like
we
dog
get
shit.
Oppenheimer, which is
Oppenheimer.
my
Oh,
most
yeah,
anticipated movie.
yeah,
of the year.
yeah,
Like,
that's gonna be
even I mean even like over like superhero movies,
Yeah.
like that's one of those.
That's gonna be
real
awesome.
cinema.
Yep.
Yeah,
Real cinema
it's no
coming
like,
back.
yeah, we're not gonna get the whole like cut dry Marvel movies that we always get. It's a fresh.
Well,
movie.
let's give our one pick for the worst movie of the year. Go ahead, Andrew.
Morbius. Sorry, I'll go first. Morbius.
Yeah,
I
we'll
was-
start that way. Andrew,
Morbius.
Brian,
I can't even think of.
did you see anything bad?
Shit was ass.
Daybreak was pretty shit.
I was gonna say,
Except for
Daybreak.
the thing about Daybreak was that badass fight scene with the dude from Shameless in there, the cleaners,
Yeah.
the brothers. That scene was badass. And he goes, "I need a bullet," and he just launches one bullet off the gun with the flick. Oh, that was
Well, let me
sick.
tell you my pick because I think you like it worse.
Okay.
I went with Blonde. I think Blonde's the worst movie I've seen this year. So, do you like Day Shift more than Blonde?
I mean,
Blonde is the worst movie of
Okay.
the fucking
I
year.
thought-
it's not as bad as Morbius.
It was worse than Morbius because Morbius was shorter.
I still
So-
can't wrap my head around what the fuck we watched, bro.
Mike, you want to give yours? Your worst?
bro, I can't even I didn't even watch Morbius, but I want to say Morbius is the worst movie of the year.
How'd you not
Alright.
watch it?
I just seen the end credit scene, but I'll have to go Blonde, honestly.
Yeah.
Ana de Armas is still great actor.
Yeah.
She's a great actor. I'll say that.
She was.
But that movie was absolute fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
So I didn't see Blonde. Actually, that was one of the reviews I skipped out on, and I guess I'm glad I did. But
Yeah,
I have to go with, and it's not even the lowest thing I rated this year, but Day Shift or Daybreak. I didn't even finish the fucking.
I don't even know what the fuck
I-
movies.
I fucking
Day Shift.
turned that thing off
The Day
like
Shift.
25 minutes in and just said, I'm gonna do the review.
It's not. I don't know if it could be the worst movie.
It's not the worst.
I'm giving it my
definitely not
worst of the year.
worst movie of the
No,
year.
Blonde was definitely worse.
What did I see?
Day Shift was better than Spiderhead, I'd say.
I don't
Spiderhead sucked.
Spiderhead sucks.
Yeah.
It wasn't that good.
that. But all right,
So
Still a
what
bad
else is
movie.
Hemsworth in other than being fucking Thor?
He does those badass military movies where
Yeah.
they need a special outfit.
Extraction. That was
Yeah,
a Netflix
Extraction.
movie,
But
by
the
the way.
first-
To be honest,
And
I'm-
that
this
shit
might be a hot take. He really isn't that
Oh,
great of
He
a
was in a movie with Tom
that
Holland,
great of a
too,
fucking
Tom
actor.
Holland's
To be
really
honest
young,
with you.
But I don't know.
but
Can I just go on?
He's like
record
a
real
white
quick
version
and
of The
say what
Rock.
my favorite show.
All right,
is?
now let's talk shows. Brian, go ahead. Take the floor.
Oh, buddy, my favorite show.
I already
we
know it.
reviewed it. It's my first and only 100 on the podcast. The Bear. The Bear. I have now rewatched 3 times. I went to a sub shop and I literally texted Andrew because I
did.
was fucking losing it.
God, subs
They
are so
had
good
an
right now.
issue with their online orders, and there was like so many online orders, and I'm in this little small sub place. Some of the best subs in Grand Rapids. Called Boardwalk Subs. If you're ever in the area, go hammer that. It's over in Kentwood.
for 5% off, use the code Brian.
Yeah, I wish I had
Go in there,
something
say you know
that.
Brian Poppins.
Yeah,
Trust
they're
me.
gonna be like, "Who the fuck is that?" But you know,
Jeez,
you're gonna
yeah.
get a good sub. But no, I'm in there and there's like 20 people, and literally all I could think of is the Bear. And when I got up there, I asked for my sub, and I go, "Thank you, chef." And the guy was like, "What the fuck you just say to me?"
Damn.
But no,
Uh,
so the Bear takes the cake, and then runner up. Me and Josh have had this debate numerous times. Severance was fucking golden.
Yeah.
Great show.
Did Severance come out this year?
Yep.
Did it?
April.
And then my
great show.
third TV
Damn.
show.
Shut the fuck
Uh,
up.
Oh man, it came out in April.
I
And in
haven't
April, yeah.
I haven't completely finished it yet, but they released the last 2 seasons for Atlanta. I just finished up 3. Really fucking good.
And we're gonna review
really
it in 2
different.
weeks
Yeah,
with
me
Brian.
and
We're
Josh are
watching it right
gonna
now.
review that for
I
you
gotta
guys.
watch it.
Yeah, you hop
I
in.
didn't even know it was the final season.
Yes, they
Yeah,
dropped them
put it
both
on.
this year.
Yeah, so they
Oh, Hulu.
so they took
That's why I
they took a
fucking hate
4-year
that shit.
hiatus, and after season 2 ended in 2018, and then they wanted to get back to it in like 2020, and obviously the world was shut down, and I think that's when they did go over to London and like
This
the
is a
second
good
half of
like
2020.
season so
This
far.
is it though.
Good.
It's
Yeah,
3,
this is
4,
it.
that's it.
And
Is it so
I
far good or
yeah, it's really weird because season 3, there's 4 different anthology episodes. It has nothing to do with any of the
Yeah.
characters. It's just Donald Glover having fun. And what's really cool is it gives me big Jordan Peele vibes.
Sure.
And
Black Mirror.
yeah, Black Mirror, Jordan Peele, like
Atlanta?
Yep.
yeah,
Huh.
super fucking
Season 2
good.
is great.
And again, these episodes, it sucks because you want to be with the characters, but you can't even fucking be mad because you finish the anthology episode and you're like, holy shit, like that was still really good.
But it's just those 4 seasons. That's it. The show's
Yep.
technically over.
Yeah, so and then that's what's cool too. They released 2 seasons back to back in the same fucking year. That's unheard of.
Yes, season 4 just ended in November.
Yep.
Well, I mean, then it frees up those guys too, because
Yeah.
Lakeith Stanfield is a good ass actor.
Mhm. Same with
And the-
Paperboy.
Yeah,
he's just
Paperboy,
Train.
he literally did Bullet Train, but like, yeah, I mean, it sucks being tied.
And he was in
You really British?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
And he was
Can't even tell
what's
the show.
that Marvel movie I didn't see? He was in it. Eternals.
Oh,
Eternals.
Eternals, yeah.
He was also in Eternals.
Yeah, he makes the IKEA joke.
Yeah.
Did that
so,
come out this year? Did it turn-
No.
No, that was
like-
the end of last year, right?
okay,
Like
Yeah,
November.
September, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, so those are my three. I'm going The Bear, I'm going Severance, and then I'm going Atlanta.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Cool. I can go
Yeah,
if you guys.
fire
don't.
And the
up.
boys, right? Stranger
Yeah.
Things.
The Boys is really good.
Mhm.
Stranger Things season 4 we just
Yep.
got was really good.
Yeah.
I thought that was good.
Yeah.
But if I'm going my personal favorites, I 100% love House of the Dragon. That's
Yeah.
an original
Yes,
like
yep.
show that
Mhm.
we got a new first season.
Rings of Power.
Yeah.
More the Rings of Power.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean you can't really compare the two, but
Mhm.
show entertainment wise, it's definitely House of the Dragon. Rings of Power was second. I didn't know Severance came out this year because I watched
Yeah.
it in Miami like when it was.
Yeah, 'cause that
after
was a show we circled back on too. 'cause
Yeah,
we really wanted to talk
Yeah,
about it.
so Severance was
Yeah, 'cause
definitely
you got
top
James
two.
to watch it too, didn't you?
Yeah.
because I remember
Yeah,
even had was
'cause
like,
we
yo,
were-
where the fuck did you guys find this at? And I said,
Yeah.
Josh and Andrew told me about
Well,
it.
James, I think James already saw it, and then
Okay.
he told me about it. But I've always heard about it, and even you guys mentioned
We
it.
told
Yeah.
you
But I
great
never,
shit
but I
right
never
away.
had.
I like that we
Apple
were
TV.
gassing it up.
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
You weren't, the same take that you have on Avatar. You weren't against it.
Mhm.
But as soon as you watched it, you're like, damn, yeah, that was a good show.
Oh yeah, it's the best show like that I've seen.
Yeah.
It's one of the best shows of all time.
Oh,
and
yeah,
that's the other
easy.
thing is that I just didn't have access to like
Which is
Apple
fair.
TV,
Yeah, that was
so-
another thing too. If I didn't have my job, I probably would have never watched it because I wouldn't have
Well,
had.
Ted Lasso
money
was this year, was it?
No.
Yeah, 'cause we're gonna get flamed if we don't put that. I mean, that is a great.
No,
Another,
great.
The Bear was really good, so that's another one.
Yeah. But then, like, I mean, people were comparing House of Dragons and Rings of Power because they're coming out at the
Yeah.
same time. So
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
why people, were comparing kind of
Marvel shows I think were ass this year.
Yeah.
I saw
Specials were
the-
good though.
Yeah, that
Andor was good this year.
Andor was really
Andor
good.
was
Andor
good. Fire.
Obi-Wan was this year.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan
I
was
was
good.
one too. Yeah,
Obi-Wan was
that's pretty good.
honestly,
Again,
I really liked
I
it.
will stand like what I said that Mando takes the cake as number one always,
Oh,
but then Andor is number two.
Yeah, but
Well,
No
Book of
debate
Boba
that
Fett was
one.
this year technically too.
Fuck that show.
Okay.
was it really?
Mandalorian was
Was it?
fucking 2.5.
I mean,
That
Book
one
Book of Boba Fett was good, but it definitely did not need to be.
It's not Obi-Wan good or anything.
Obi-Wan was good, but it's like that's it.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
mean, that's the
it was a
it's like a
fan- it
limited
was a fan
series,
show.
fan service.
I
But
mean,
it was
imagine if
perfect.
Boba Fett never had the Mandalorian stuff. We'd really flame that show.
Oh, the ass.
Yeah.
it already is. But that's the thing is like saying that it's bad. It's still not.
Yeah,
It's
so
not
many good
awful.
shows.
Like it's not like oh my god, this show sucks.
Yeah.
Like it's a good, still a good.
It was no.
It's one of the
She-Hulk.
worst Star Wars shows, but it's still a good show.
And then too, we have to talk about the boys too.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Well, okay. So my thing too is like I was saying, Severance and Fair.
Don't spoil the boys, Mike.
No. I was just gonna say though because these were actually released this year.
Yeah.
This isn't like another season. Because again, yeah. Then we could have gone on Stranger.
Yeah, those
Things. We
are
could have
good
gone
shows.
on with the boys and what was the other show that we watched? The new season came out. Was there something else? Am I forgetting something? I feel like
House
I'm
of
forgetting
Dragon?
something.
Or
Maybe I am.
I feel like
forgetting
I'll
or-
forget some.
Rings of Power- or
But-
the show we're forgetting about.
Yeah,
that we
for some reason I thought we were.
We got Wednesday, if that's another one.
I haven't
What's
watched
another?
watched. That surpassed.
Oh, we got The Watcher on Netflix.
Watcher.
Oh, yeah,
That
The
was
Watcher
another
was pretty
good
good.
watch.
But yeah, Wednesday surpassed Stranger Things. It's even
Yeah, which is
tough to say.
insane.
Which
So,
we didn't do.
have
but-
you, any of you guys watched that all the way through?
I
I've watched it like
Wednesday?
halfway through.
Yeah.
seen it.
No, I haven't even
I
started.
You've seen the dance.
But back to it though. The Boys season 3.
Yeah.
Money.
So I watched.
Jensen
I want
Ackles,
the introduction-
great.
The introduction to Soldier Boy was fucking insane.
Yeah, so I watched the boys for the first time this year when the new
Yep.
because I didn't get
Mhm.
to. It was what season 4 that came out this year.
Three.
Three.
It was
Mhm.
3. Yeah, I didn't get to be on the 3 review because I was starting the show as you guys were doing that review,
Yeah.
so I wasn't on that. And man, is that a great show!
Yeah,
If you
Yeah,
haven't
it's-
seen it.
fucking kills it. Anthony Starr.
Mhm.
Anthony Starr
Yeah.
fucking is
Awesome actor,
so good in that
perfect
role.
actor.
Because like if I saw him in real life, I would want to shake his hand,
Ooh.
even give him a hug. But at the same time,
I'd be scared he's
yeah, exactly. I'd be afraid that he would just fucking snap my neck, like going for the hug. Just like no, that dude is great.
Another great show that came out this year was Peacemaker.
Oh, yeah.
Peacemaker came out
Yeah,
this year.
yeah.
We also got Moon Knight. Moon
Yeah.
Knight was a great show.
understand why a lot of people didn't
Peacemaker
like
was
Moon Knight.
really good.
I know.
I
I was in the
thought
camp.
that
People
was
that
good.
I didn't like it.
Ah,
Did
that's insane.
any of you guys watch The Terminal List?
No.
No, we were supposed to talk
I
about
heard
that.
that was pretty good.
Yeah, it's still on my Amazon list. Like I went on there the other day and I was like, damn, we never did that episode.
Apparently, the action's like gory, like the boys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Preacher
Okay.
came out. That's the one with Thad
That
Castle.
castle.
Yep.
Yep.
Josh, when did Invincible come out? That was
Invincible
last
was
year.
2020.
But the new season.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, because
So
I
did you
watched it.
guys-
I watched it at
I
the end
watched
of me
it
having
this year.
COVID.
And you guys watch that Korean film, All of Us Are Dead? It's like a zombie show on Netflix.
Oh,
I watched like
2 episodes.
I watched
today.
like
It was pretty
3 or
fucking good.
4, and I didn't finish it.
Actually, I think you're right, Andrew. I think Invincible was 2021 because I had it in March.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was at the beginning.
Yeah,
I'll just
it was 2021.
Yeah,
We're
because
kind
we
of
told you to
ranting.
watch it. I watched the
I'll,
finale just one time.
Yep.
I'll say top 3 real quick. Not really in an order, but top 3 shows for me was The Bear, Severance, and I think of the third, maybe Andor. Honestly, I really like
Again,
Andor.
and it was
We
the
counted
sequel.
changes.
Things for this year.
I'm kind
Okay.
of
It's just the season came out, so.
yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, Ozark finale was this year too.
Yeah.
I
That
know. I
was
still
really
gotta go
good.
back and finish that. Same with Peaky Blinders. I gotta go
Yeah,
back.
man, there's just so much TV
Yeah.
shows.
We
That,
had a ton of TV
but that's the
shows.
thing is like they just come and go, and like you don't even
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
you completely forget about them.
So I like when they're weekly. Like
Yeah.
House of the Dragons, like every Sunday I'd look forward to it, and I love watching. it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Question: do you guys look forward more to like a new show coming out or a new movie?
Depends.
I mean, you get more out of.
I feel like I feel like
shows,
I'm
that's
leaning
what I
more
like.
towards shows these days.
Yeah.
These days, yeah. Well,
I mean,
especially though because the shows that we like, they take their time with. Like
Yeah.
like when they announced season 2 of Severance, we know we're gonna get a fucking great
Oh
season.
yeah.
They're about to make an announcement in January for season 2 of Invincible. That's gonna be fucking
It's
insane.
crazy.
The
Actually-
boys, we already know is going to be fucking crazy.
Was
The Dragons
the-
have to wait 2 more, 3
Yeah.
more years.
With
That's the
Severance,
stuff
one
that's
thing that
talked about it.
I know it's there because I was the one that recommended that show. I give it 100. Great show. I know that Apple's gonna eat that up because apparently they've been. I sent it to Josh actually. They've had that character Holly. Is there Holly?
Yeah.
Holly.
Mhm.
She's apparently in like 2 AirPod commercials.
Oh,
like
really?
and she just like vanishes. So it's like
Nice.
part of the show.
Nice.
And I'm like, damn, like they are eating that
Yeah.
up. Like they
And
realize
that
it.
they should, dude, because that show again,
Even wrote a
you
book.
guys had talked about it, and I was just like, it's a good premise. It's very dystopian, but then we watched it, and it's just like, holy fucking shit, boys! Like,
Yeah,
what
so-
about was it
so
good?
I-
the finale.
So I remember I was
I think I ended up giving it a 99 because I wanted the bear to be my only 100 for a
And
TV
you-
show.
I started watching that show. I remember I think I had gotten off work and I started it and I just started the first episode and I was like, I started watching it and then I was like my sister at the time was like, hey, do you have any show recommendations? And she happened to be over and I was like, oh, actually I was just starting this show. We should watch it. I want to say we cranked through like the first 6 episodes, like just nonstop, like just 6 hours straight content.
Yeah, so the day before that, Andrew recommended me a show on Apple TV to
Mm.
watch, and I forget even what it was.
Was it the shrink?
No, it wasn't.
No,
Shrink,
it
it
was-
was something about.
It's some
aliens.
kind of forgettable.
Yeah,
I think Invasion.
But it
Invasion.
definitely is
okay.
more fun watching a show with someone.
Oh,
Unless
It was,
you're-
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but like with Severance, like you watched it that day, and then you texted me that night. You're like, "Hey, fuck that other show."
I think I
Because
did.
Severance,
Yeah.
that's literally how it was with me. James already saw it, and he's still like sitting there, and he's invested. And you can even looking back at it, like that's how you know that
Yeah.
shit's good.
And
I,
I'd be the same
actually,
way.
I do remember that. Yeah, because I told you to watch that Invasion show,
Yeah,
which
Yeah.
is okay. Forgettable.
then-
I don't even know if they're doing another.
yeah. So I was
season.
like, I need something.
And then
else.
I hit it because I was up at like 4 a.m. finishing
Yeah.
the damn show, and I was like, hey, you know what? Actually, no, don't do that. Do this instead.
Yeah, and like I'm going, I like in real life, I'm going to a 9 to 5 where it's like I feel like a drone or a robot, like just doing the basics every day. So like watching this show was like, whoa, like, that's
Yeah, I went
Yeah.
to work the next day just pissed off.
yeah,
Just play.
Still thinking about it.
yeah.
But that's the fact. Like I remember watching that, and like we revolved our vacation around like when we
Watch-
watch Severance. Like,
Yeah.
'cause-
all right, we can like wake up and watch a show, and then we can go eat, and then come back and like
And that's
finish
how you
it,
know.
take a nap, and then we'll go out and do
Yeah.
whatever.
It's taking over your
Yeah, well, because I remember getting text from Hads, and he's just like, oh, we started watching Severance last night, and I thought you guys would maybe watch like 2-3 episodes. I was like, where you at? And he goes, yeah, we just started episode 6, and I was like, what the fuck?
I remember even Mike went to bed. I'm like, dude, I'm watching this. Like, you can just wake up early and like finish it or do whatever.
Yeah.
It was fucking good, man.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't watch Severance, but I'm gonna give it an honorable mention.
I'm gonna give it an
Yeah,
honorable. Try to hop in the episode.
I
without
did.
I did.
I want to.
I wasn't there.
I watched
You gave it a score.
I watched a 30-minute recap on it. I know what happened.
Oh, I mean, that's the thing that's a movie.
So I had to watch it.
Oh, man.
You should still go through and watch. it.
Yeah, you should still watch
100%.
it.
Like,
Well,
like we see where you're at. We're just now watching The Boys. I'm happy you finally doubled back and
Yeah,
watched
yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's very hard for me to be like with long like TV shows like that, or just like TV shows in general, it's hard for me to like.
You watched?
pay
Did you watch
attention.
The Bear?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
You'll-
dude,
you'll like
Bear.
that.
That's
It's
a
a quick
quick
one.
and that's a quick episode.
What
Like
have you been watching?
No, yeah, my top 3 is gonna be basic as hell.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put Werewolf by Night in it, just because like it's not a movie technically, and I love that. Those are my favorite things I watched this
Fair.
year.
What are the other ones?
And then I'm gonna give Moon Knight some love. I know a lot of people hate that.
I'm not gonna
but
say top
didn't
three,
hate
but
it, I
was
just-
one of my
Two are Marvel.
favorite- was
Two
one
are
of my
Marvel.
favorite shows this year.
Two are Marvel.
third?
Like
Marvel.
I want to put Obi-Wan in there. Or something like Star Wars
Did
based.
you watch
but
all of Andor?
I didn't watch Andor.
Oh, God.
I'm not a Star Wars guy.
Mandalorian.
I
Watch
no,
it,
bro. I'm not a big Star Wars guy. I'm really not. Even though I love,
You're
even though I
missing
love-
out.
Well, hold on, you watched Obi-Wan.
yeah, I did watch
You
Obi-Wan,
didn't watch Obi-Wan.
and that was just fan
Shit,
service.
dude.
Yeah.
The one thing I- the one-
Invincible
You,
yet.
you got some shows that I wish I could watch
I
for the
know.
first time, and you were not jumping on them. You got to capitalize on that.
So what's
King.
your one? Stranger Things?
My one, Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
I love
Is good.
I love Stranger Things.
Are you guys happy that they decided to take back what they said, and now we're getting this last 5th season?
Yeah.
What do you
I
mean?
agree, because originally 4 was supposed to be the end. Like they were just gonna wrap it up in 4.
Oh
And
no,
that's
they
gonna
said
be
that they
it.
were doing one more season.
I thought they said
Did
were
they?
doing that.
I thought they were ending at 4, and then like
No,
right
that
before
would've
it came
been-
out, they were like, "Hey, we're gonna go for 5 now."
No, but I
Yeah,
like how they're
and then
dead
five's
set on
gonna
this
do
is the
fucking
last season.
billions.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Because
do a
it's like-
6 now.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
but
no,
I mean,
Money hungry fucking
they said that they're
scumbags
gonna-
at
they
Netflix.
said that they're gonna let people or like directors or someone come in and like do a subplot, but
Nice.
it is what it is.
Well, they-
like,
they
let
had-
those kids
That's fine.
don't-
Yeah. Let the
Don't ruin
show.
their lives to where they're stuck on this
Yeah,
like
fuck that.
train for
'Cause
so
they're
long.
all
Like,
great actors.
I feel like give them one more season and it's perfect. Story's good, and they have their entire fucking career.
Life,
out
yeah.
of it.
Because you guys intend on watching The Whale with
Yeah.
I want to.
and then Sadie's in it.
It might be boring.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't.
But
really know
I
the
just want to see her
premises of
acting
it.
because I can't even lie. The
She
other
did
thing I
that
saw her, she was in the fucking Taylor Swift music video thing,
Yeah,
and I
she
fucking
never
loved
saw
that.
that.
You know, it was good.
Well,
It
it's
was-
Brian in it, it's really good.
yeah, it was.
It's Dylan O'Brien.
It's Dylan
I
O'Brien.
literally just watched Maze Runner yesterday. Like
Yeah,
I
so
watched
it's
it.
like 10 years older.
So
He's 10
fucking-
years older.
That's funny you say that. I almost watched Divergent yesterday.
I saw those go back.
I don't know why I saw it on Hulu. And I was
Oh,
like,
No,
man,
go back on HBO and just rewatch Maze Runner. It took me
Okay.
2 days
They
to
got it on
finish it.
Hulu too.
Dude, it's so damn good.
Mhm.
Like it's just like, oh.
But yeah, if you have the time, I do recommend watching that Taylor.
But wait,
Swift,
what was the whole thing? But how is it even like? How did that come
Well,
about?
so that it's supposed to be based off
Her-
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yep.
but she's like,
relationship.
that Sadie Sinker was like
Well, so
16.
Sadie Sink's 20 now,
Mhm.
but it's supposed to be the age difference is supposed to be 10 years because that's what it is
Yep.
for her and Dylan O'Brien.
Really?
And that's what it was when she dated Jake Gyllenhaal. was 10
Mhm.
years. So she was only 18 and he was 28.
Now she's mad at him because she wanted to.
Yeah, and apparently, like, there's rumors that like he took her virginity and whatever,
Mhm.
red scarf, all this
Yeah,
other shit.
that's what the Red Scarf.
But
is like.
basically, the music video is like almost 10 minutes long, and Taylor Swift directed it.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
it actually is
hell of a
really
director,
good.
dude.
Well,
Like,
she knows she wants to make a movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
she should.
She said that she's
She,
gonna.
she is
and
a
the
chick,
acting-
gonna
you know,
direct the
like,
movie
don't get
this
me
And the
wrong.
acting was really good.
It just sucks that her fans are annoying as shit. It's like Playboy
Yeah.
Cardi. Like their fans are fucking
Swifties.
retarded. Yeah. But like Taylor Swift though, as like an artist, she's always been fucking good to me.
Yeah.
Like Country P Swift though, that's my jam.
Oh,
When
yeah.
she was dropping country bangers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'd have to watch. I remember like, but then again, I'm like, wow, that take
Again,
don't know.
I felt into the peer pressure. Like all
I
these
kept
girls
seeing it on
kept
Twitter.
posting it, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck it, I got 10 minutes. What else am I doing?"
It's
I
only 10
watched it.
minutes.
I think I've seen it
Yeah.
maybe 2 or 3
Fucking
times.
throw it out right now.
It's like a music video, I think.
It is a music video, but there's
Yeah.
a story to it. and-
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. So again, then that's why I thought
But
I
all
wanted to
these
see the
diehard Swifties hate Jake Gyllenhaal and everything. I was-
Yeah, dude, they're like
Oh,
it's
yeah,
comments like
that's
telling them to
nuts.
die and shit.
And he's a good ass actor.
Yeah, he is a good
Yeah.
actor.
I think he's a nice guy. I don't know.
Did she date?
But that's the thing is like, of
what's
course
his
she's
name,
gonna get
dude?
shit.
John
She's
Mayer?
like the
Yeah.
biggest like country star or
Yeah.
pop star or
She's
whatever.
the biggest fucking, I think, artist right now in
I
the
mean,
world.
she broke
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ticketmaster and
exposed
Yes.
Ticketmaster for the monopoly that they truly are.
so
So
Drake
the side
breaks it
note,
next year.
Yeah.
Mikey's probably the only one that gives two shits about this. Zach Bryan coming out with "All My Homies Hate Ticketmaster" was
Yep.
one of the best fucking Christmas presents ever.
Yep.
He came back. It's a whole album of his live show from Red Rock, and he was just like, "I'm here for the working man. Like that's who I was before I got famous. I'm sorry, I have no control over ticket prices."
Everyone knows that
Here's this.
Ticketmaster's a piece of shit.
Yep.
Yeah, but they have a
Totally.
monopoly.
Yeah, but they've
over
gotten
everything.
worse.
Yeah.
They've gotten significantly.
Isn't they bought
worse.
Live Nation?
They bought all
and
those. They bought all those
they're
little ads that we used to
unstoppable.
buy like $5 Tiger tickets.
Yeah,
to.
like
Yeah.
StubHub.
And now you have to go through
Everything
Ticketmaster.
runs through Ticketmaster now.
disgusting.
Shit.
I just bought Morgan Wallen tickets. Me and Doyle are going.
Mhm.
Um,
Resale?
No, pre-sale.
Oh, really?
Pre-sale.
Oh, damn.
And
Because didn't those sell out like really quick?
That's
Yeah,
crazy
bro.
though.
I got
like,
fucking not
He
the
had to
pit,
get a second show.
the row behind
Oh.
it,
Yeah.
$350 each still.
Well, that's
see,
like
I've never went to
Blink-182, bro.
any concert I've been to. I've still never paid like over, I think, $150.
I've spent
What
over
did you spend on the weekend?
200.
180?
I think it was like 150
Yeah,
bucks.
150
Oh, really?
bucks,
Okay.
Yeah, I
We
think
got
that was the
cheap
most
tickets.
expensive one
That was-
like
you
I
said
bought.
seats too.
I
Yeah.
paid 220.
But that's the thing is, like, I don't know if I just get lucky, but I want to go see
We paid
Metallica
too,
next
so-
year
yeah,
at Ford Field.
Sick.
And I'm looking
Name
at it,
5
it's like
Metallica
it's
songs.
like 400 bucks, and I'm
Mhm.
like, Jesus, dude, like, am I gonna like, am I gonna buy my dad a ticket too?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
But it- yeah,
Oh, that's so
I
sick.
like grill my fucking hair out.
Yeah, my buddy Andrew actually got tickets for it. He was like telling me about it for Christmas. I go, dude, like that's the best fucking Christmas present ever.
Dude, it's gonna be
And
crazy.
Not that Andrew. But yeah, no, because like Blink-182, I told Barris, I was like, yo, like when you buy tickets for the pit, like fucking give me one. I go, I'll spend like $400. She's like, all right, cool. I was willing to do that. Fucking love Blink-182. I've been in my life since I was like fucking. I can't get enough of these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Barris calls me, goes, yo, they surged the fucking tickets because there's so many people.
Mhm.
$500 pre-fees for one ticket in the pit. Do you want in? I was like,
So that's
I
the thing,
can't.
man.
Like, I
that's-
can't
that's
justify.
much.
But it doesn't even matter like how much money you could have. Like, I don't even. I can't justify that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't
Regardless, like,
justify
even
standing
Drake.
in the fucking pit for
The
$500.
fact that you're
to
not
go to-
this close
Yeah.
to him and you're paying $500,
Yeah.
like, come on,
Yeah.
man. Like, I guess I'll wait.
But dude, Drake hasn't been on tour since 2008. So I have to go on tour
But I
next
feel
year.
like even
Yeah,
Drake's
we go
tickets aren't
with
going to be
I
like,
gotta go to that.
but it's not going to be like $500.
As much shit as I
It
talk
will.
about Drake,
Dude.
I would.
Bro,
go
he
to
hasn't been
his
on
show.
tour since 2008.
I would not.
No
I
way.
would-
I
I would-
would after.
I
like
was- no,
2000.
No, not on full tour. On full tour, he's not.
okay.
He's,
I
he's
wouldn't pay for
performed,
that.
but he hasn't done like
No, that's the thing. Like,
Hey, I
no matter
still-
how much I like him, like I still don't. I can't dish
yeah,
out
he's
500
full
bucks.
on tour. He's
Hey,
That's a whole ass like
Senior
flight
year-
there back. Like you can go on a vacation.
2016, I went to Drake and Future by my fucking
I remember that.
And Joe Louis
How much
Arena.
you pay for a ticket?
And fucking Eminem came out, and the tickets were like $80.
forgot
That's what I'm saying,
bro.
bro. It's like
That
Sweet.
that was one too where
I'm
I
so
told
fucking
myself
glad
because
I
that's when Eminem and Drake had that little beef.
Yeah.
And like everyone was like, all right, like Eminem's not really relevant, but to this Eminem is fucking ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Like
Well, you only put
Eminem
him on
is literally
Detroit,
the
too,
reason
so-
Drake is famous, like from the Forever verse, you know?
Yeah.
Like you could say, oh, Drake would have blown up. Sure, he would have. He's got great fucking bangers, but Forever had fucking Lil Wayne and Kanye scrambling to redo their verses because Eminem came in just on fire.
Yeah.
And like, and again, I do remember that was my introduction to Drake. Was that
Really?
So for you to see him for $80 and him to bring out Eminem, that's a fucking steal.
2016.
Yeah. Well, that's like my brother went to the Yeezus tour and fucking Kanye brought Kendrick to open up and it was right around Good Kid, Bad City and that motherfucker ran through half the album just as an opener.
Yeah.
so-
Like, and he goes, yeah.
the thing
we-
is, none of those guys even go on tour anymore.
no.
Like, Drake hasn't been like since you said 2008 or something like
It's,
that.
it's
Those
crazy.
tickets for Drake are gonna be. Fucking
He will break
ridiculous.
Ticketmaster. He will break it.
Well, he's gonna break banks too, bro.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
there's people that spend $5,000 for fucking.
Well, and that's what
Forever.
sucks. So that's why we're gonna be
No
stuck paying
way.
$20.
That's the other thing too is like
It's
the people
Drake,
that you've
though.
seen that are like buying tickets for $500 and like shit like that, like $1,000 meet
I
and
just
greets.
paid
That's
$350
like all
for a
their
ticket
fucking
for
money. Like,
fucking
here,
Morgan
yeah.
Wallen.
Like those Taylor Swift ones are selling for over $1,000.
That's insane.
Yeah. So
But I mean, I understand girls are a lot different than.
Sure, but like still, you're still paying that price to go see.
How
something
much do you
like this.
think, like realistically, like let's look at like the Beatles or Michael Jackson? How much do you think tickets would go for now? Because
Thousands.
those are the end of like actual pop stars, you know, where they used to swarm the car and like you had to actually get police escorts to get these motherfuckers
Thousands.
in and out of places. Easy thousands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
basically.
You're like we're talking nosebleed for like 1,500.
But those are the one. Those are
Oh,
the type of
today's
people that I
day,
feel. I wish we had more like them because they would probably be like, "Fuck this Ticketmaster shit." Like,
let's
let's
push
just,
it out for free.
yeah.
Well, that was TV and music and movies talk.
I'm
Yeah,
glad,
we-
I'm glad we got to talk about that though, because that has been pissing me off a lot lately.
Yeah, that was a
Like
little
you know,
way
you
to
know,
go.
yeah, you know, I'm like really big into going to concerts. Like if I love a fucking artist, I'm gonna be there in
That's
person.
why-
Small guys
Just
may,
that's the
may
whole
talk
Michael
about
Future.
music more in the
Yeah.
future.
Oh yeah, I got tickets for that.
But I'm like, it's like $85. I'm like,
Well, I
dude,
bought
don't
mine
get
at
this.
the door of the venue because it's in Grand Rapids, and well, they have one in Grand Rapids and one in Detroit.
It's cheaper.
But yeah, I bought it at the door for 55 instead of paying like 80.
See, but I don't even like.
That's a good deal.
Yeah,
I
but
guess,
it's
but I don't even
but to
listen
me
to it
though,
enough to be
it's-
like, yeah.
I just don't like.
okay, well,
$55
one
for
thing
live
though-
music.
One thing though,
That's
I
right.
saw Jid in a smaller venue in 2018. It was right around Valentine's Day, and we got those tickets for $35 pre-fees. I think 45 at the end of the day. We were so fucking close to that, dude. It was
I'll
sick
go.
as fuck.
I'll
And now
let
this
go
time though,
run on the
I'm
platform
spending.
for
I spent an additional, let's call it $12, because I don't know exactly what it was, and I get to see Jid again, and I get to see fucking Smino. Like, yeah, I'm in there.
Yeah. I just paid $25 and saw Larry June
Yeah,
payroll.
that was fucking insane.
Babyface Ray,
Fucking
HBK.
dick, I hate you.
Oh,
Jeez.
God, dude.
Dude goes to this
$45.
fire ass concert, buys a ticket for Mike, and just fucking
Dude, I bought
leaves
him,
me
but
up
I
and
bought him.
cry.
I bought him like 6 months in advance, like something crazy like that. And then when I realized, like, it was sold out.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
there
that
was
was
so much
insane.
room in there. Like, I don't know how it was sold out,
Yeah.
but
But yeah, that's kind of like Josh said there. That was a little bit that was movies, TV shows, and music. Some we don't normally talk about. Maybe you'll hear a little
Fuck
bit.
Ticketmaster.
Yeah, we stand by that.
Hate Ticketmaster.
Yeah, everyone.
Shout out
hates
Zach
that.
we're gonna start a new
No, they
sort
can't.
of
New
You
hashtag.
can't.
new
You can't,
software for
you
that.
can't even.
We'll get bought out. It's all right.
It
We're not
doesn't-
doing it to help you guys or anyone. Just trying to get a
We're
payout.
trying to skim off the top.
Yeah, we're just trying,
Scumbags.
we're just trying to make money.
Okay,
Just-
we're
it's
trying
a
to
business
quit our
proposition.
We'll just be another fee on top of Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
But no, the only other thing we kind of wanted to talk about here is we're closing out what we could hypothetically call like season 1 of our podcast here as we move into 2023, and we're pretty excited for like the movement and everything that we've got so far. I mean, we started this end of June with just the idea. I mean, me and Josh had kind of pondered it before. I was happy to see that everyone got on board. We were all like, yeah, let's finally.
Yeah, we do need to talk about that. So from the bottom of my heart, and I'm assuming Mikey's and Aiden's, to Josh and Ballas, thank you for finally getting us off our asses and fucking doing this. There's been numerous times where, like, again, we're all gamers. We're all in like Xbox or Discord parties together, just talking about shit like this, and like we're having a good time, and it's like everyone's got a good opinion. We're all like the same, but we're different, you know. And Josh and Andrew went ahead and took the steps. They were like, hey, we're doing this podcast and we really want you guys on it. And with no questions asked, we're like, cool, what's the first recording? What do we need to do? They have been really good about keeping us on schedule, making sure that if something fucks up, we have a guest on. So if like I'm out or Aiden's out, like we got it all covered. So thank you, boys. Fucking killed it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good doing that, you guys.
Well, no,
Yeah,
then on top of that, though, really quick, they're the ones that edit it too. They
Yep.
record everything.
Yep.
They're the ones that are dealing with the headaches with the
Mhm.
audio and all
My
that stuff.
ego is going through
I
this.
know, yeah.
No, seriously.
You know what's funny? We're probably
Fly in
going to
this
fight in our
basement
group
for
chat
us.
like a week from now. But it's all love.
And
Tonight,
but like
on the way
Ryan
home.
said, they're the ones that kind of keep us centered and grounded
Mhm.
and do the extra behind the scenes work that kind of make not only just the podcast on top of that, but more so just like the extra stuff.
Mhm.
And obviously it wouldn't happen without you. So
Appreciate you guys. But yeah, no, we're excited for everything we're doing here. We actually did have the opportunity. I don't know if you three know, but we had the opportunity a month ago to really kind of start rolling into ads.
Mhm.
Josh and I decided to hold back a little bit until we really are ready for that. But we're pretty confident 2023 that'll be a big step forward in
Nice.
what we're doing. So we're pretty excited, and we're going to continue Tuesday and Friday episodes.
Yep.
You will continue to see those. Tuesday being rewinds, Fridays being the newer content, whether it be a TV show or a movie, whatever it
A
may
little bit of
be.
movie news.
Yeah, a little bit of movie news will be thrown in our Friday episodes. If you've listened along, huge thank you to everyone that is
Yes,
downloading,
thank you.
supporting.
Yeah, I was gonna
Thank
say, regardless,
you.
even with you guys taking the extra steps and doing all that, like stuff that we're not doing, obviously, I mean, it all matters about who's viewing us. You know, anyone that's at home
Yeah.
listening, whether you're listening to the audio on any platform, but
Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
on
that's the only
everything.
thing that helps us out.
Yeah, and if you're listening to us on your Kindle, can you tell us how that works? Because we keep seeing those numbers, and I'm very interested.
Yeah, actually, me and Josh, we have like 7 downloads from the Amazon Echo. We're not sure how that even
We have some
works.
on smart TVs.
Yeah,
Sounds
we're
sick.
really not sure how that
Xbox,
works.
Xbox.
We want those people to really reach out and tell us how that even works. 'Cause
Yeah.
We don't even know how to do that.
yeah.
Oh, man.
But no, thank you to everyone that listens and continues to kind of. We get to see every month. Me and Josh will send the numbers off to these guys, and
Mm.
every month we pretty much are growing.
Yeah, I mean, we're almost in every state. We're in 5 different continents and 23 different countries. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Literally, it's incredible.
So it is pretty awesome to see that, and we're kind of excited about what's coming up in this year here.
Look
I was
out
gonna
for
say, I mean,
We're on
we get a
75.
lot of exciting stuff in the works.
more guests, more
yeah.
podcasts,
Yes.
people being on ours, and vice
Yep.
versa.
Yeah.
The launch of Brian's Corner. We'll see.
Brian's Corner,
Yeah.
maybe.
We got a lot of ideas, you know. We want to push. We really want to push for a Discord, like
Yeah.
a Discord, a
Yeah, you were
community
mentioning
where
that, definitely.
everyone can talk and chat.
Yeah, dude, if they could like be on there and
instead
vote like for what movie we want to do rewinds and stuff like that. that'd
Even
be
like,
cool.
but the Discord ways, like the way that I want to like change it around and do all that stuff, it's literally a community, and there's people in there 24/7.
Yeah.
Just hanging out.
Literally, I mean, it's
Friends in
people that
there.
support us. Yeah, it could be anyone, and it's just, hey, we want to like do this, please, or that movie sucked. Josh, you're an idiot. Or
Yep.
Mike,
Hey,
Mike
wants
say
all
Marvel.
the smoke.
No, really quick, before we go on
But
any
it's-
further, I get constantly roasted for comparing things to fucking Marvel movies and Marvel content. This motherfucker did it in our group chat. This motherfucker
What
did
did I
it in our
say?
group chat. And these two guys compared Avatar to fucking Marvel. So I don't want to fucking hear it with the Marvel comparisons from this guy, or this guy. Fuck all these guys for saying, oh, you compare everything to Marvel. Of course I do, because
only
Marvel,
reason-
honest to God, is probably the best thing that we fucking see, the
only-
best universe we fucking had
Hey,
in our whole life.
We're gonna let Mike off the hook tonight.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
In another episode.
Avatar and Endgame were compared because it was about the viewing experience and
Yes.
that's
What was the first thing that you compared it to?
we did compare it to Endgame because
Hey,
it was
okay,
fucking
so-
crazy.
Hey, guess what? Shut the fuck up. There's nothing else that needs to be said.
Yeah.
You compared everything. You compared it to the MCU.
He called us. He called us one time, guys.
No, he does not, because that's one reference where we made towards MCU.
I made it 5 probably.
Oppenheimer. Oh, it's about a nuclear. It's about the Manhattan Project. Oh, Captain America was going to Manhattan. Oh my God, he's the Manhattan Project. Regardless,
Yeah.
we get a lot of good stuff in the works. You
Yes.
know, we do want to build a community. We want more feedback. I think that's the number one
Yeah,
thing.
that's one thing.
I think that's the number one thing that we definitely could use more of. Just with our
100%.
Yeah, like
two
I want to
posted
like tweet out or put on our Instagram of what our top tens were and everything like that. I want to get more active on the Instagram and
Mhm.
TikTok and start the Discord and
Yeah.
everything like that, just to help us grow.
Yeah. So if Aiden sounds stupid and too monotonous, please let us know.
Yeah.
If Brian or I say something that's stupid, please let us know.
Yeah, or me or Josh.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean we do. So far we have shirts or not shirts. We have hats.
Yep.
So I mean, yeah. I mean,
Which
Yeah,
reach
kind
out
of
to
supposed
us,
to
you
be
know.
their friends and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
like I could see in the summer or maybe the fall or whatever, maybe we end up doing some kind of clothing thing or something to sell to you guys. Or
You know, if
whatever
you're
else.
in the Metro Detroit area, you might be seeing us on a billboard here pretty
Yeah.
soon. So-
Priced it out a couple times.
But yes, no, thank you for everyone. Thank you guys.
No, really, thank
for
you.
everything being on the show and everything. And it's a joint effort.
It's a
No
good-
one can do this alone.
Big and good half year. Good,
Yeah.
good pilot.
To season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, the season 2 coming up here.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
Happy New Year's, everybody.
Yes. Happy New Year's.
Year.
See you in 2023.
Oh yeah.
All righty.